What's up, Fire Nation? It's your boy Rico, along with my little big cousin G-Baby and our boy Raul, the Zookeeper, and we are the Friendly Fire Podcast, the hottest podcast on either side of the Mississippi. Episode 16.
Check it out.
Check it out. We got numbers.
Yeah.
We got numbers.
We getting
now.
money now.
Money now. No, Zoo dropped that his LLC money and got us a little signage and whatnot.
Speaking about that, people was in the group chat arguing. Man, do you want to be on stage with J. Cole at this concert? Nah, I don't want to be on stage. I'll go row behind. I'm sitting there like, damn, y'all, I ain't got no peanut butter for tonight. But no, it's good. This episode is gonna be a special one. It's our views from 1,000.
Views from 1,000. We have accumulated 1,000 views thanks to the Fire Nation. Thank y'all for rocking
Fire Nation, give y'all a round of applause for yourself.
We appreciate you guys for tuning in every single week and giving us feedback, asking questions. Without y'all, we wouldn't have 1,000 views
at all.
So real quick, before we get into the full-blown festivities, wellness check. How are we doing, yo?
We are doing great today. Well, I am doing great.
I'm doing great too. How you doing, Zoo?
Health-wise, I'm doing great. Money-wise, I'm doing disaster.
I wonder why.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't. What's so funny is that for those who don't know, me and Zoo, being the J. Cole fans that we are, purchased his tickets when he comes to Chicago on my birthday, October 7th. I was like, damn, okay, I'm gonna sit.
He has to go now.
I gotta go. Yeah.
It's a sign.
We paid and whatnot. Then Zoo was like, yeah, how much you pay for your tickets? I'm like, I'm still waiting. And he was like, yeah, I just dropped $2,000. I just bought
the row in front of me and behind me, yo.
And I bought one of J. Cole's shoes off his feet, like. Spent a nice little grip. I was like, woo, more power to you, Playboy.
But even worse than that, I got my fucking credit card info.
We gotta talk about that. They went and bought a whole new row. Y'all gonna be sitting right next to each other.
Hey, what's up, bro?
What's up, man? How you get here, man? I scanned this one dude. So wait, what happened?
I don't know. I went to pay like my, how you have your credit card, so you're gonna go to pay it off.
Yeah.
I went to go do that. And I saw that shit was disproportionate. I was like,
I
was like, I know I'd be dropping money, but not like that.
I didn't drop this much on some underwear.
So I went to check. Yeah,
I ain't spent this much on some drawers in a minute.
Yeah, I went to check, and it was like, some like random, or it was for Google. And I was like, I don't have any Google products. I don't use Google at all, basically, besides like searching it.
But niggas went and bought an Echo.
But I'll spend money on it. So. Instantly, I mean, today's Sunday, so this was yesterday when I found out, Saturday. Banks closed and all that, but I still called customer service. They're open.
You waited for that elevator music to pass? Like, we got to talk.
Yeah, so I did the whole thing. Hopefully they should get it sorted out, because like we went month by month, because they check to make sure you're not lying or whatever, and they're like, yeah, you've never spent money on Google a day in your life. And I was like, no,
I've never spent money on J. Cole either. I don't know where this purchase came from.
No, he was like, can you make a copy of that purchase?
Y'all can give me the ticket for it, since it's already in my name. I want the money back. I never paid for no money for this.
I was like, y'all just bought some expensive NyQuil.
Hopefully they get sorted out. The only place that I spent money when they first took the money out of my account or whatever was when I spent all that money on them drugs.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to go back to that spot and be like, yo, does so-and-so work here? Because the name pops up.
I told you.
And if it does,
Shorty,
I'm calling my sisters. I'm calling everybody.
Shorty put your card up against the wall, got some paper, and got to scribbling. I was like, as soon as you said that, I'm like, it has to have been at the club.
Yeah.
That's why she kept coming back. She got each one of y'all angel necks.
No, not at the club. Not at the club. I didn't spend money at the club.
Oh, he's talking about Macy's.
Well, I did, but it was on somebody else's card, and then I sent the money through. I'm talking about Macy's when I went to Macy's. That was because they're smart about it. At first, they only took out $1
just to see if it would go through.
I guess see if it would go through. And once they saw
the Snickers, and then they went and bought a car.
I'm pretty sure what they did, because it's like exact money. It's not like random. Like it's not like 37 with like 67 cents or whatever. It's like exact. So I think that what they did was purchase a gift card.
Yeah.
And they put that exact money so that way they can't get traced. I'm assuming.
Right.
I'm assuming that's how it works. I don't know. But hopefully my bank gets this all sorted. I get a new card and everything.
Scammers gonna scam.
Scammers gonna scam.
We shall see.
We've all been scammed before.
Yeah,
turn them draws tomorrow. Views and everything.
Be like, I'm finna loke up in this bitch.
Yeah, Zoo texted us. He was like,
we riding or what?
I'm like, where we going? What's going on? I don't know where they at. We gonna find them. But yeah, that's a tough way.
That's a tough one.
Like, cause you just wake up like, okay, you taking care of your duties, you doing everything, you splurge here and there. All of a sudden, $400. Wait a minute.
No, that's crazy.
Out of nowhere, like, god dang.
I know how that feels. That must suck.
Yeah. I had a boss that had his identity stolen.
Really?
Yeah, when I was doing a summer job. And he had us hooked up to like his Wi-Fi when we was working and stuff. Yeah. Then like one day it just wouldn't connect at all. Like I don't know what happened. It just wouldn't. So I text him like, "Hey, your Wi-Fi is not working or whatever." Just thinking it's a simple thing. Yeah. My man's going on Facebook talking about somebody stole my identity. I'm like, damn. I'm like, woo.
Yikes.
Yeah. Luckily they caught whoever it was, but it was just like, man. Yeah, that's a tough way to go out, but I'm glad that it was settled.
Everything works out.
I hope everything works out. If we got to ride at dawn, you let me know.
I'll saddle up the horse.
Cause that's wild, man. But starting off, first of all, our 1,000-view episode. How much are we selling the docket for DaBaby?
We gonna have to do the 1865.28. We ain't forgot Juneteenth. It's every day. It's Black History Month.
Oh man. So what is first on the dockets?
Do we have a question or a tweet?
No,
it's been kind of dry this week.
It's been kind of dry on like the viral tweets and stuff.
We'll hold off on it. Well, our long-awaited quality versus quantity.
Okay,
or the Battle of Cornhill is how we like to put it.
All right, so for those who are wondering what we are talking about, basically what happened was that Kevin Hart, for those who don't know, released a movie called Fatherhood on Netflix. It's actually doing pretty well. But before it dropped, he was doing like some promo for it. Then he randomly went on a Twitter rant and was talking about how people basically want to judge him and other artists, saying that they're not either funny, they're not good at their music, not doing whatever. But then he started talking about his numbers. He was like, since I think he said 2010, I've had the #1 grossing comedy in X, Y, and Z. Every movie I've been in total has grossed over something billion dollars or some crazy asinine number. And he was basically saying like, essentially, how can I not be funny and everything that I'm putting out is still doing numbers? And to a certain extent, I do agree with what he is saying, but it does beg the question about quantity over quality. And I wanted to get you guys, before I give my full-blown opinion, I want to get you guys' opinion on the quantity versus quality argument, and then necessarily addressing Kevin Hart, the quantity versus quality. Zoo, I'm going to start with you because go ahead.
Well, Mr. Hart, he is a big name, deservedly so. He's been working since the 2000s, probably maybe even before that. I don't know. Yeah. But at least the earliest like 2000, like he was on all these movies and stuff like as a minor character.
Yep.
And so now that he's like a huge name, he sold out Madison Square Garden, I believe, like 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
So obviously his movies are gonna always do big numbers just based off the name. It's hard for him to fall off, especially when in most of his movies he's not the only big name. He'll have like The Rock. He'll have etc. Like another big artist.
I mean, he makes multi-million-dollar movies.
Yeah,
like, he makes
and they get pushed. I see every time I click on the YouTube video.
He's a marketing genius.
He's the first person that comes up on my fucking ads. So he's always gonna make numbers. Now, is the quality good on those? And that's where like you could say legacy fits in, because we could relate it to music. Like I might be pushing out an album every year, but if 6 of those albums are cheeks, is my legacy still strong, or is it dwindling? Same thing with movies. If Kevin Hart pushes out at least 2 movies a year.
He does
it's like 2 movies.
Honestly, I think COVID is the only thing that stopped him from doing the movie.
I want to say at least 2.
Yeah.
And like in one of them, he's the major star, and the other one maybe he'll pick sidekick to The Rock
or somebody big.
Else, but someone big of that nature. So I haven't laughed at a Kevin Hart joke since I was maybe. Like
all right.
High school.
That was about the last time.
So was that 2011?
Yeah. It's been the same bit for 9 years essentially. Yeah, about 10 years. It's been the same. My kids' jokes. And I mean, it's fine. I don't mean to keep cutting off.
You're good.
I mean, and it's like, it's the quality of it. It's like we were saying before. Like Cat Williams did that pimping stuff 15 years ago. If you don't grow past that, what are you stuck in your ways? Like Mike Epps falls into it. He says a lot of the same jokes again. And Kevin Hart is just like, okay, we fell in love with your comedy off of this, but that's all you do. And so you're giving us a special, when he was giving us a special, 2 specials a year, and it's the same material. It's the same material. I'm short. I can't fight. My kid's this.
And
I'm
short. My wife.
and it's like that. You know what I'm saying? But you don't give us the gritty. Like, you don't give us the, make a joke about that car accident. Why'd you get into that car accident?
I'm very curious why he didn't address that in his last
you see what I'm saying? Like, you're safe. And there's nothing wrong with being safe. But, I mean, be safe without giving us 17 things to watch a year. Yeah. You got commercials, you got game shows. What is that thing that cold as balls? Paul? Yeah. You got a bunch of shit going on.
Yeah, and it's like because of the amount he puts out. Maybe if he only did one movie every couple years, if he could recycle the same jokes and we'll still laugh. But it's like the same thing. Like the criticism Lil Wayne had in the late 2000s or early 2010s was he's putting out a mixtape every other month. But it was so quality. Now it's so much Lil Wayne that some of the bars, even though he's hidden, there's a lot of filler bars.
That's like when you was talking about with 50. Why 50?
Yeah, he flooded the market.
So it was one of those things. So excuse me.
It's like Griselda now. Like they flooded the market, and it's like y'all three were cool, but now y'all introducing y'all homies, and it's like we don't want to hear your homies. I want to hear Benny. I want to hear Westside. I don't want to hear Mac Homie all the time. I don't want to hear this dude and this dude and this dude. Like y'all flooded the market so much that it's not even y'all sound anymore. So it's like I don't want to hear it no more.
His last stand-up bit that I chuckled at was the where he's like where he has the gun
compartment.
The gun compartment. I
didn't stay on face the whole one.
I cracked up.
I chuckled, and it wasn't even like a laugh, like aha. It was like oh, like oh that was funny. Like the one where he had it in the laundromat. Yeah. That one was funny. Okay. But then he kept saying it, and I was like, all right, bro.
Like Marlon Wayans, you don't know how to let a joke die. Yeah. None of the Wayans brothers know how to let jokes die.
So my opinion on this, and this isn't just one of those because I want to work with Kevin Hart one day, but I do understand the argument where it's like, yeah, your work hasn't been as good, but excuse me, I don't think that means that he's not funny, because it's like one thing comedians have to do is that they have to keep putting their face out there, because Eddie did it. Chris Tucker didn't do it. Right, that's why he suffered. Chris Rock did it. And it was like, so it's one of those things where it's like you doing what you got to do. The biggest issue is, like you said, sometimes there's no real diversity within his acts. But at the same time, it's like, that's a lot of people, though. It's like Chris Rock really talks about the same thing, how black people are oppressed. He just is funny about it, or how poor he was type deal. You feel me? But, and like you said, Cat Williams' first 5 specials was all something pimping related, but his thing was he was able to still address it to whatever's going on in modern day news. Like if Kevin kind of addressed whatever was going on in not his day-to-day life necessarily, but like the worldwide thing, maybe he would be able to pull some different things out. Yeah. But what we fell in love with was him talking about him. So he's like, that's what's got to work.
Right, but like you're not telling us nothing new.
Nothing new, yeah.
That's the thing.
I'm not disagreeing with that. So my opinion is this. Now, once again, well, I shouldn't say once again, but what people need to realize is that artists are very sensitive about their work. I think there are very few artists who just put something out just like whatever, unless it's like they're trying to get out of a contract or whatever's going on. Like, very few times that artists just throw something out to throw something out. So to continuously hear, like you putting out what you consider to be your best work up to date or whatever, and they continuously, Kevin Hart's not funny, Kevin Hart's not funny. Now, I understand why he's like, well, the number's saying different. Because in my opinion, if the masses agreed that Kevin Hart wasn't funny, folks wouldn't still be looking for a Kevin Hart whatever. Yeah. It's like, yeah, you guys may not necessarily look for it, but the masses still are. He's still selling out the arenas. He's still selling out the movie theaters.
But that's the thing. A bad Kevin Hart movie is going to get you a couple $100 million.
The people who are attacking Kevin Hart is usually the black community, or maybe even like it's mainly the black community. Yeah. So he's angry with them. Yeah. The people who usually are going to buy, well, I don't have the numbers, so I can't say.
It's probably the demographics are probably white.
But white folk love Kevin Hart. Yes. They think he's the greatest thing since sliced bread.
But see, like, Kevin Hart's not for us. Like, them movies aren't for us.
My thing is this, though. He doesn't necessarily have to have a black, quote-unquote, movie. He doesn't have to have a hood comedy.
Yeah.
He can just be, like, I think that's the thing that black people, in my opinion, have to figure out. When y'all say y'all want a black movie, are y'all saying y'all want a hood movie, or do y'all just want black people living regular life? Kevin Hart's movies are black people living regular life.
But no, because then you have that school. What was that one he just did?
I know what you're talking about. The night school.
Night school. It's like, what do I need to watch that for? Like that's not for me. Like we all had like in high school, Kevin Hart was the shit because that was our guy. Yeah. We related to it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like now it's like I'm an adult and it's like I don't have these problems. Like Dave Chappelle speaks more to me than Kevin Hart.
When Chris Rock had that joke at the Oscars where he's like, I had to take this. Kevin Hart takes everything else. Like any movie that they offer Kevin Hart,
he's taking.
He just takes. He doesn't care what it is. He's gonna take it to be out there. Obviously, you got to get your paper, and I'm not gonna be like, oh, don't take that, don't take your money, because like Chris Rock said in that same Oscar bit, like, y'all mad at me for taking this Oscar special, But it's funny how always the people with no job saying, why you taking that money or why you taking that job?
Yeah.
You know, so obviously, you know, if you secure the bag or whatever, but don't be mad when people criticize you for it.
No, yeah, for sure. That's what, like I said, but like you put stuff out to be criticized.
Yeah.
Now, you always think that, oh, okay, this is going to be great, this is going to be top notch, but then when people don't agree with it, it is what it is. Now, the narrative recently is that Kevin Hart just flat out isn't funny, which I don't think is. So you can say maybe he's corny, you can say maybe his jokes haven't grown up with you, which is okay. But then when they say stuff like, and this isn't to diss him necessarily, but when they like the tweet that semi went viral, oh, Drewski is funnier than Kevin Hart. In my opinion, that's different.
Disrespectful.
That's two different mediums. Not even that, but it's because it's relative to each person.
No, Kevin Hart is.
It's
funny.
subjective to each person, knows what I'm saying. But that's two different mediums of comedy. Right. Like you said, Drewski does a lot of hood comedy, a lot of very situational skits.
Like Drewski is us funny. We're in a room, we can make 50 people laugh. I can't go on stage and make 200, 2,000 people laugh with my comedy because it's situational. Yeah. It's my comedy that y'all would know. Yeah. Because it's what stuff we deal with. Yeah. Like, Drewski.
Like, I remember. Oh, no,
go ahead.
I remember DaBaby was making some jokes. This was like a couple years ago when we were like.
At a bonfire?
Yeah, at a bonfire. Mm-hmm. He was making, like, sorry to offend anyone, but he was making, like, I'm not gonna say what it was, but he was making sensitive, like,
the mental health jokes.
Yeah. He said it. All right, cool. He was making those jokes, and someone at the bonfire was upset.
Yes.
Like they got into an argument, and DaBaby was like trying not to laugh at them, but we all knew that was the kind of comedy Gary would make. But that person did not. That was the first time I think hanging out with him. Yeah. And they got upset. Yep. So you know, it's like you got to read the room and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. So like,
when I was young and dumb.
Yeah. So like, with the thing with, and like I said, with almost any. Because there's not many skit comedians that do well on stage. No, like DC Young Fly does well on stage now. But I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that he did roast.
Like someone,
so it's a lot easier to like change.
It's easier to roast somebody.
It's easier to go from roasting to stage, and I think I'm gonna plan out a skit, basically a mini movie, into now I gotta hold a mic. Because even when I did it the few times I've done, it's hard. Yeah, it's not easy at all, and I would never. If like when I blow up and when we get successful like we plan to get, I never want to be, oh, he's funnier than this specific stand-up comedian, because what they do, I don't know if I could. I have a lot of confidence in myself, but I don't think I could be just a flat-out stand-up comedian. Yeah. Two different mediums of comedy. Yeah. I'm very situationally funny, like you said.
Everybody got their zone.
Yeah, in a room, I feel like I could kill.
Like you can control the room.
I can control my homies, and like they homies, but I'm not finna Madison Square Garden pop out the ground and get y'all like an hour of content,
or just show up like at a small, like even a 100-place venue. Yeah, where no one knows you, they don't know you, don't know them. Yeah, so now you're trying to gauge what's funny.
Tough. It's like now
that's difficult.
Now moving forward, I give snack-sized pieces of comedy to people until I know. Okay, this is the line I can't cross with this person. Yeah. I can't cross with this person. Now let me build the routine. Yeah. Where everybody's gonna laugh. Before I didn't know that, you know, but it's just different because, like I said, it's disrespectful. You can't just say Kevin Hart's just flat out not funny.
That's what I was.
It's like, dude is corny, but there's a lot of comedians that don't have good movies. Yeah. Richard Pryor don't have good movies. Eddie Murphy has good movies, but how many bad ones does he have?
Eddie Murphy like kind of stopped right at like 2004.
At Life was like his last hurrah.
I think Shrek 2 came after that.
Well, I mean that was a voiceover, more like an Eddie Murphy movie.
True.
That was like his last hurrah.
Daddy Daycare.
He had that one movie.
That was okay.
He had that one movie where 1,000 words.
That was
You can't even talk in this movie, so how is it supposed to be funny?
I think that's what suffered, because it was like now you're just relying on your acting. Yeah. And it's like he's a good actor, but it's like it's supposed to be a comedy. It's supposed to be him trying to not talk but still like get points.
Like he's a physical, but he's not physical like
especially as he's gotten older. Like he's not you can't flipping over
do
stuff.
That.
Yeah.
And then it just comes off as corny because Kevin Hart, we fell in love with you talking about yourself. But you're giving us specials and you're not allowing shit to happen.
It's like, how much self-deprecating humor can you have once you get to the point where you're making $400 million
and then I want to look at like Dave Chappelle. He disappeared, came back 4 years strong, and there's a strong possibility we'll never hear from him again.
I feel like we will, because he just did something with Netflix.
But I'm just saying, there's a strong possibility that if he don't feel like doing it again, he won't.
No, he's not going to force those shit.
But you see what I'm saying? That's always in the air.
And even Dave's last specials weren't like funny. It was like to get a point across.
It was like educational.
Like he was more educational.
So I guess like Fire Nation, let us know kind of what you guys think in regards to the quantity versus quality, because I believe you don't get to the point where you're putting out quantity unless your quality was up to par. And it's like, so it's kind of almost like the Eminem syndrome or the Logic syndrome, where it's like, yeah, you started off hot and folks was like, yeah, cool, we rock with you. Then it's like you kept putting stuff out. Yeah. And it was one of them things where it was like specifically with Logic, like Logic just keeps like kept putting. There was one time he had 3 albums out within a year of each other. It's like with all due respect, we're not trying to hear that. And it's like a lot of times with today's rappers, you want to hear them rap about something that's going on. It's like you can do the boom bap type stuff, but it's like that's gonna get old to you. You're not trying to hear 3 albums of the same thing. Yeah. So it's one of them things where it's like, I personally believe that, like I said, you don't get to the quantity portion unless your quality was up to par. But there needs to be somebody in your circle that lets you know when like one is starting to fall off. Right. Because it's like I said, artists are very prideful. We're very prideful about this podcast. So if somebody came, hey, y'all had 15 minutes where it wasn't funny, nigga, screw you. Okay. Like, I feel like I'm funny. I know G-Baby feel like you funny. Raul is the most attentive person I've ever met. You're not finna sit here and tell us we not doing our best and we not killing it. You feel me? So it's like, when they don't take them criticisms, I understand it. It's like, you an artist, that's your baby, you sensitive about it. Now, if it's one of them just like, I'm just signing a check and doing this movie. Yeah. Okay, maybe a little bit different, but your stand-ups, I think that's where it's mostly.
That's your art. Yeah,
that's your baby, like for real, like because I don't know. I think it kind of just it's subjective because comedy is always gonna be subjective because there's still
it's an audience out there for everybody.
There's still people making 9/11 jokes that like are killing rooms right now.
And like you're saying, like the quality thing, like with the numbers thing, you're always gonna have your core fan base. Like no matter what, like I'm a Kanye stan. Yes. Kanye, nobody liked Jesus King. But all the Kanye stands, we gonna play it, we gonna bump to it. So of course it's been #1 in gospel for like a year straight now. Yeah. Because if I go a random person that Jesus King shit, I ain't never listen to that shit. Yeah. But it's still #1. Why? Because of the core fan base. Yeah. Logic still has his core fan base that gets him #1.
He gets his plaques all the time. Yeah.
J. Cole has his core fan base, even if he like Kanye did the poopity scoop thing. Yeah. I think that was #1 that week. Yeah. Because all the Kanye fans were like, oh, let's play this shit.
It's funny. It's funny.
It's funny. It'll piss off Drake. Yeah. Let's all stream this shit. So the quantity, just because you get numbers doesn't mean it's good quality. That's true. All the time.
Where does the balance lie with that? Do you think? Because it's like
you gotta give people time to miss you.
You think so?
Because it's like DaBaby. It's like he was coming strong, and then his first album was decent.
Yeah, then he released another in the same year.
You released the same 1 year, then you released 3 the next year, and then 2 mixtapes. It's like, okay, I see you too much.
And then it's not like you diversify the beats or anything.
It's even like Lil Durk. He didn't drop the album, and I fuck with Lil Durk, what he's doing, but it's like, bro, it's too much Lil Durk out here.
You think so?
Bro, he's got like 3 albums in the last 2 years. And then all these albums are still playing.
Wasn't one of them like it was one that was his, and he did like an OTF one, didn't he? And then he got.
So
it's like it's a little bit.
It's still Lil Durk.
Baby. The one with Baby is pretty good.
I didn't check it out.
Nah, that one goes crazy.
I think you would like it, but I understand it because I'm always curious. Excuse me, from like another fan's perspective of like what is too much or what is too little, because like then you get people like, now mind you, I don't know what Kendrick is going through.
There is no such thing as too little. I don't mean to cut you off, because it's like if you feel like making 20 albums and only 12 of them are like the shit, that's still a good number. But you just can't you can't go Adam Sandler and just bomb for 20 years straight. And then come out with a gem.
It's weird though, because it's like people just like I think people just genuinely just mess with Adam Sandler.
No, he genuinely had some terrible movies.
No, I'm not
like one of those things people go seeing because it's Adam Sandler.
And then it's like it's his own production company, so it's like it's like when you got that type of like I can just put this out if I want to, but that's always his homies.
No, go ahead.
Because like he said, right, you can't bomb for 20 years and then expect people to take you serious. Because with the Uncut Gems,
it was a good movie,
he got snubbed. But because it's Adam Sandler, no one took him serious. And even though it's a good movie, the acting was good. It had my anxiety rushing, which was the point of the movie. Yeah. A lot of people are like, I didn't like it. It gets me, my anxiety goes too crazy. That's the point. So he did his job. He did his due. He great acting, great movie, amazing movie. He even got KG was an amazing actor.
Yeah, it was one of them like it was,
but no one took him serious
because it's like I'm waiting for David Spade and Kevin James to show up.
Yeah, so it's like it was like he did it to prove like I can act. Yeah, like I've just been having fun. He's like, but I can actually do this. But like you said,
but that's the thing is you look at his great movies like The Waterboy, Little Nicky, and you're like, that's not gonna win an Oscar. Yeah, but it's a great movie. So when you fuck that formula up, it's like damn, these are really bad movies. Yeah. They're already not the greatest. But when you like Seth Rogen and them, They did Pineapple Express, and it was, oh, this is the funniest shit ever. Then they just beat the dead horse too much. And then it's like, you made this terrible movie worse. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Talladega Nights. I used to love that movie, and that movie sucks. That movie is
really
terrible.
like
Not no more.
Same thing with Michael Cera. Now we always expect him to be that awkward teenager, awkward. Now you're 30, 40. I don't know how old he is.
He's like up in his
30s.
He's up in his probably in his 40s.
Now you can't play that role really. So now you're
like we seen you in 2 movies, 3 movies.
Yeah.
Napoleon Dynamite. Why the fuck was that even a movie? That movie is terrible.
But it's a hit.
It's a cult classic. It's a cult classic.
It's a hit to its people. So that's very interesting. Fire Nation, let us know what y'all believe in regards to the quality versus quantity debate. What do we got next on the docket?
We got to touch on the events of last week at the parade.
Yes.
The Puerto Rican parade.
Go ahead.
So I don't really. This is probably more on you.
Damn.
Yeah.
Latino. All right.
Latinos.
So I want to pull up the names just so
we're gonna get a little serious for you guys.
Yeah, quick second.
Give y'all some back data though. It was the Puerto Rican festival was about 2 weeks ago.
About a week.
About a week ago.
About a week and a half,
and there were some unfortunate victims. We don't know the story, but a couple had lost their lives.
Mm-hmm.
And while Raul gets these things ready, we just want to send a quick shout out and condolences to the prayer.
Yeah.
But send prayers out to the families and the friends. You know, we're not condoning any type of violence, but
so the names were Giovanni Arzuaga, and his girlfriend was Yasmin Perez.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. to them. You know, it's a very sad situation. A lot of at first, because I found out right away as soon as the shooting happens, because I have friends that know them. So it popped up on my Facebook, the usual where they're like, pray for my friend, my best friend, my cousin. I actually have his sister. I have her on Facebook.
Oh,
I have her on Facebook. His sister. So she was like, pray for my brother, all that at first. And so I was like, damn, that's fucked up. Then it became like big news maybe a day after when the video got released, or whoever, I don't know if someone recorded it, was like a camera footage, but it got released, so it became big news in the Chicago community, especially the Latino community, and then it became more national news. Complex reported it, Michael Rappaport reported it. I'm pretty sure maybe the Fox News and CNN's reported it.
Yeah.
So it became a little bit bigger than it was, and it started. So prayers for them. But the thing I want to address with the Latino community, you can't. I don't know who. They still don't know who shot him in the video. I want the Latino community to know there are Afro Latinos out there.
I am one myself.
So just because you see black skin doesn't mean they are not Latinos. So I saw a lot of people attacking the Black Lives Matter or black community, saying oh, look what they do, but Black Lives Matter, right? And the typical stuff that you'll see white people doing. I hate when Latinos do it. I fucking despise that shit. It's the most annoying thing.
Before I get into my, because I don't want to. Before I get into my rant, I actually was curious, because I've seen you. It was funny because I got a memory, a week ago or so, where you were ranting about Latinos basically being anti-black. It pissed you off. Where does that come from for you? Where in your mindset, why?
What is it?
Why is it
I just feel like Latinos, if you want to relate it, I feel like Latinos are more in common with the black community than the white community. Although I know there are white Latinos and black Latinos, and then just people in the middle that are brown, because of the whole how we were colonized and all that, and how they brought slaves, and then we have the natives. So it's a big pool in the whole Latino, not only Mexico but Puerto Rico, Dominicans. That's why you get some Puerto Ricans that look with blue eyes, blonde hair, blue eyes, and some that are DaBaby, and some even darker than that. So it's a whole mixture. So but I still feel that white people in general, at least Americans, they see us all the same. I made the joke where the Puerto Ricans get called island Mexicans, even though Puerto Ricans are technically citizens
of the state.
So they're seen as foreigners if you speak a different language. So that's one of the reasons. One of my uncles was growing up, rest in peace to him. He was a black man, and his cousin was actually, I don't know if you guys watch anyone from Chicago. This is a Chicago local show, Judge Hatchett.
Really?
That's his cousin.
Wow.
So it was her. So and she was actually at the funeral and all that. So so that's why it probably touches home to me. And plus, a lot of my friends growing up were all black. So, you know, it's like I was the Latino kid, not in the black neighborhood, but a lot of my friends. And even then, it's, you know, we're all people and shit. But
yeah. So
that's why I relate. And it upsets me when people, like, try to relate more to, I guess, the white people, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. It's just like...
They don't care about y'all either.
Yeah. It's like if you see, because like sometimes I'll have like Mexican Republicans or anything like that, and like, you know, the white people will be like the same thing. Like when there's a black Republican, with the white people are like, you see, he gets it. He's the one that understands that the Mexicans should come the right way and all that shit. Meanwhile, his parents are immigrants and probably like facing deportation. Like how many stories we have where their parents or their family members, they're Republican, and then someone gets deported, and now they're like, oh no, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
So, you know, at the end of the day, I feel like we should look. The brown and black community
gotta unite for
the
once.
Latinos, we should be more together. So it triggers me when people say stuff like that.
So, all right. So my biggest thing is this, and the only reason I kind of been feeling, I shouldn't say the only reason, but one of the main reasons.
Rico hates Puerto Ricans.
one of the main. That was a good break. Thank you. One of the main reasons why I felt kind of so heavily about this is because of the screenshot you showed us from a Puerto Rican that you know about, kind of how he felt about the whole situation.
Yeah.
One thing you guys need to realize, this is just for everybody, black, white, Hispanic, whatever. You guys aren't saying where is Black Lives Matter. You guys are saying, black people, why aren't y'all sharing this? What black people, why? Don't sugarcoat what you guys really mean. That's my opinion. The main thing y'all need to understand, Black Lives Matter, the organization, black people don't rock with that either. The saying and the phrase Black Lives Matter is what we're fighting for. So when you guys are asking, like when the Asian community was asking, oh, where is Black Lives Matter? What you're asking is, where are black people retweeting this and sharing this like they were sharing their own people getting murdered, okay? Call a spade a spade. Yeah. Don't try to, where's the organization doesn't care about anybody but themselves. We'll touch on that later. All they trying to do is capitalize off of black people's death to make money for themselves, okay? Because it looks good, it's an easy way to televise and all of that good stuff. What y'all need to understand, like you said, there are Afro-Latinos. There are Latinos that look darker than me, okay? And black people don't hate Hispanics. What you guys need to stop trying to do is divide everything. Every time you guys try to find a way to divide us, you're just making everybody else's job that much more easier. You see, the Negroes don't care about y'all either, or the Hispanics don't care about y'all either. What do we gain from that? We don't gain anything from that.
That's what they want to do. They want to. Divide and conquer. It goes back.
It's a war strategy.
Yeah, it's a war strategy.
So what people seem to be missing, and just stay with me, is that all lives matter. Just listen to all lives matter.
Yes.
That includes, and tell me if I'm wrong, black lives.
Yes.
Puerto Rican, Mexican, Italian, French,
so on and so forth.
And so forth. So it's an all lives matter thing. Yes. When this incident is a Latino lives matter, we're not saying black lives no longer matter. This isn't a black life that was lost. This is a Latino. So this is Latino lives matter. If it was a white person, white lives matter. Everybody matters. We're all people. But it's not a Black Lives Matter fight. Asian, stop the Asian hate. Asian. Stop the black hate. Black. You have to categorize it. It's not segregation, but it's categorizing.
Because the biggest thing that I noticed, and we talked about this, I want to say 2 weeks ago with the Asian dude hunting down that little boy. It may have been last week actually.
It was a couple weeks ago, I think.
So the one thing that, because when we were saying, like, where are you guys when we were talking about other people hunting us down, or where's Stop Asian Hate when their people do that, it's because when one of ours messes up, and it's certified that one of ours messes up, we're quick to call it out, especially if it's something necessarily race-related or race-hated or whatever. From what I've noticed, African Americans are quick to call out the BS. We may try to get all the details first, which is fine.
You gotta see the story.
But once we find out what's going on, we're quick to nip it in the bud. The biggest thing that I'm always seeing is that whenever something goes down race-related to somebody that's not white, everybody wants to know, where is Black Lives Matter? We're trying to figure out the same thing when something happens to us, and you guys, are y'all doing it to trend? Are y'all doing it because it's the popular thing to do and you don't want to seem racist? Why is everything support-wise have to be transactional? That's my problem. Support should not be transactional. Support should be because this was an evil thing that happened to two human beings, regardless if they spoke Spanish, Mandarin, or whatever.
Whatever their lifestyle choice, whatever. two people lost their lives
on some super violent stuff.
You see what I'm saying? And we have to see that. Like that's
and now like the people who were like attacking, like, oh, where's Black Lives Matter? Now y'all look silly because now supposedly they're Latino, but as well. So now
it was potentially. It was potentially gang related.
Yeah, potentially. We don't know. We don't know the story.
But so it's like, don't just assume and don't. Oh, where's Black Lives Matter? Bro, we're trying to figure out the details too.
But it's like before you even worry about the victims, it's couples slaying in Humboldt Park festivities. Who was the shooter? Was he black? Was he a white dude? Because you're quick to look at this white boy. Now they going a mental illness. You're so quick to create the story rather than don't nobody really care anymore about them. Like that site, that memorial's
victims,
they blew it up with a firework last night.
Yeah, I saw that.
You see what I'm saying? Like they're daily disrespecting, and all they care about is. Was the shooter black? Was the shooter white?
Controlling the narrative to make it another race related.
Like issue. This isn't a race war. Like shit happens. That's like shit happens. Mm-hmm. And that was a festival. It was a lot going on. But we can't forget that these are still people.
Yes.
And a family that lost kids.
You know, they lost kids. DaBaby just turned. One of their kids just turned 1.
You see what I'm saying? Like this is crazy.
A couple of days ago. So rest in peace to him. Rest in peace to his family.
R.I.P. But it's just we gotta stop. We got to stop coming up with ways to divide and form narratives that support what everybody else has been trying to do to us. Every single time something goes down, everybody's looking for everybody else's support and then be like, well, when it's you guys' turn, don't say nothing. Support should not be transactional. Sadly, support has become very transactional.
You should just be a good person.
Literally, if you consider yourself a quality human being, the simple fact that 2 people were snatched out of their cars and shot at should be an issue. Yeah. It shouldn't be, where are the black people saying what? Call it what you want, okay? Don't say, where is Black Lives Matter? Because the black people don't mess with Black Lives Matter. That is, matter of fact, we'll talk about that because Shaun King is up next. Black Lives Matter is a predatory organization which has decided that they're going to do their best to profit off of black death any way possible, okay? So when y'all saying where are Black Lives Matter, we don't care about the organization. Black Lives Matter.
We just saying we matter.
Thank you. We're talking about the phrase, the simple phrase that Black Lives Matter. I'm sorry that it has gotten thwarted and contorted to a way that has just become profitable for people. Yeah. I'm sorry about that. I can't control that. People are greedy. Yeah. It is what it is.
Starts with all that. Same thing with the cap kneeling.
Thank you.
To a whole different thing.
It is what it is. People are going to find a way to capitalize about everything. The simple fact of the matter is we need to be basic, nice, decent human beings. And at its core, this was 2 human beings who were murdered that we should be feeling sorry for. Not wondering where are the black people at, where are the Asian people at. Worry about taking care of this family.
And I don't even worry about this story. I mean, I worry about it because this is my city and shit like that. But there's 2 people that's lives were lost. That's all that really matters. However this unfolds is on the police and whatever. But just rest in peace and just be good people out here. Yeah, it's not that hard.
So speaking on predatory, like I said, talking about Black Lives Matter, the organization. Let's talk about this whole Shaun King situation, because y'all did a lot. I did my research overall, but y'all started the topic. So Zoo, you want to open up with it?
I could pull it up as well.
So for based off of my limited knowledge, I did as much research as I could. Based off what I understood, Shaun King is being attacked, rightfully so apparently, by Tamir Rice's mother for basically using his image and using his name to profit. To I think it was to sell a book or something that he was doing. So
and the family of Tamir Rice, they're the ones that just said they don't want his name or associated.
They don't want nothing to do with the Black Lives Matter organization, because initially, actually, what happened was that Tamir Rice's mother got into it with, I can't remember this chick's name, but she did a spoken word at Lil Baby's Grammy performance, and she was like, "You're a snake. Like everything you've been doing recently has been to capitalize off of black people's death."
He's Jesse Jackson. He's the new Jesse Jackson.
Explain to me why Chicago folks don't rock with Jesse Jackson.
Well, it's just Jesse Jackson in general, he's a douchebag, and then it was always like he presented himself as the king of all black people, because he was like up there with Martin and them, like he was shoulder to shoulder. And when Martin and them left, it was like he was the last one left. Type stuff. He even ran for president.
I saw that. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And it's just Jesse Jackson was always like, where the hell are you at? Like with the Rodney King thing, you weren't there at all. And then as soon as that got settled, here you come. Oh, isn't God good for the black people? And you're coming, you're Don Kinging it. Like you're just trying to sell these wolf tickets. And it's like, do you even care about black folks in general?
Yeah.
Like Jesse Jackson ain't never worked in 60 years.
I have what his mom said. Tamir Rice's mom said.
Okay, go ahead.
So she started off saying, Shaun King, why do you think it's important to tell folks we had a conversation? ? Well, we talked and everything that was said was very toxic and uncomfortable for me to hear. That you raised additional money and then say you did not want to bother me. Personally, I don't understand how you sleep at night. I never gave you permission to raise nothing. Along with the United States, you robbed me for the death of my son. You gave me a cop and donut conversation. All lies, Shaun. Please stop thinking we are on the same page. As a white man acting black, you are an imposter that cannot be trusted. My son was 12 years old, and the Department of Justice needs to reopen his case, period. Tamir's human rights was violated. Why would you ever make it about you? You are a selfish, self-centered person, and God will deal with you, white man. I'm not going to touch on the whole where she calls him white man things.
Powerful words from a black queen.
Yes, yes.
But you just got to leave it alone now. Like, you done ran its course. You done collected such and such dollars and fucked the families over. Let it go. Just leave it alone.
Go sit down.
Yeah, if his mom's asking you, like, not to, it shouldn't get to the point where she has to put you on blast, you know? Yeah. It could be like, yo, I don't want you talking about or using my son's name. Like, you could be doing all this, even if you're doing amazing stuff and, like, raising money for amazing things. If I'm telling you, don't use my son's name who was killed, just don't do it.
Yeah,
that's it. There's plenty of other names. It would have ended there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's other people who would allow you to use their family members' names, or you don't even have to use anyone's name. This is like a good cause.
We already know what it is. So you don't have to put nobody on Front Street like that.
So okay, so basically the main reason why her and Shaun King even got into it in the first place, like I said, was because Samaria Rice got into it with Tamika Mallory, who was that's the name of the quote unquote activist, for basically what she her poem or whatever during Lil Baby's Bigger Than Black and White performance during the Grammys. So excuse me, what she said, she got on social media and was like, look at this clout chaser. Did she lose something in this fight? I don't think so. That's the problem. They take us for a joke. That's why we never have justice, because of stuff like this. So basically, she was saying that she's tired of all the performing of justice, essentially. Yeah. And so they got into it, and that's when Shaun King decided to step in. And what I need people to understand is that if the families of these victims are starting to say, y'all not doing it for us, y'all aren't really on our side, now you guys are out for money, then maybe some stuff needs to be changed.
Adjusted. Like
something needs to be adjusted. If you have numerous people coming out and saying, oh, Shaun King is predatory when it comes to black trauma, or Mallory Rice isn't really for us. Yeah. They're not just saying this to say it.
Yeah.
These parents ain't in it for no money. They lost their babies.
Bro, yeah.
You feel me? Like
you keep rehashing this harmful ass memory for me. Like, she's never gonna forget her son, of course. But if she can go a day without this being shoved down her face, is a blessing.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
it's
this happened.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, finish.
It's like the same thing when, like, you know, when, like, something happens tragic and then the victim's family forgives, like, let's say the killer, and everybody goes on social media like, why are you forgiving him, blah, blah, blah. If that helps the family cope and move on, or, like, get some relief, get some stress, they're the ones dealing with it.
Like, this isn't about what you would have done in that situation. This is about what they doing in that situation. This is how they feel.
For them, for their family members.
So,
just to let that memory and then let the loved one rest. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's not trying to just deal with that every single day. She's already got to deal with it all day for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
Now we got outside sources trying to, we'll get your money back and we'll do this and we'll, like, no, she just wants to.
She wants to be left alone.
Like, she just wants to just stop.
Care about the money at this point. Because if she did, she'd be the one. You know, be like right next to Shaun King at Front Street.
So it's like there's obviously never gonna be an amount of money that's gonna cover your baby's death. And it's one of them things where, like, when you start seeing people start selling shirts with your baby's face and name
then
on
they're saying
I can imagine the amount of anger you feel from that, because it's like you have no bones in this. If anybody gonna profit off of my baby's death, it should be me, type of stuff.
And not that I would. Right, like, I'm not trying to profit off my child's death.
But it's like, the last thing I need is you writing a book, you doing a poem, you doing whatever, including my child's name in this. I can understand that anger. Because, like, literally, anytime you go on YouTube or go on whatever, or you type something pro-black, now all of a sudden your baby, your kid's name then popped up again. You're not trying to see that.
No.
Like you said, you already got to walk in that house and see an empty room. Last thing you trying to do is have somebody continuously remind. Like, man, come on,
you go on social media. My son's name's trending again.
Like for mind you, he been dead for
however many years.
You feel me? Yeah. Like, come on now. So I'm definitely on her side with that. It's like, not only are you beating a dead horse, you starting to profit off of it, and now you're disregarding my feelings as the mother. Like, about how I feel about this. Like, you just doing it because, this is what we meant. This is exactly what you meant. You just thought I was going to sit and just take it.
I've seen people say, like, this is for the greater good of the community. It's like, how are you going to tell me my son, like, you know.
Right.
I should be able to decide.
Nobody wants their child to be a martyr.
No, at that point, you're changing him to a martyr, a sacrifice.
I didn't choose my kid to be Jesus Christ. Yeah. This wasn't the plan.
Yeah.
You feel me? So that's how I think. Stop, like, all these organizations. We know what y'all doing. Stop doing it for selfish reasons. And to people who support the parents and the loved ones of people who have been killed by cops or by any other racial whatever, support these parents and do your best to bash and not support these people that they saying not to support. Ain't all these mothers saying this for no reason.
Yeah.
Once a habit starts to form, it's like, okay, you not. It's like, and then people are already talking about Shaun King ain't really black.
Yeah, it's like how are you an activist and then you become like a millionaire, or I don't know his pockets, but like I'm pretty sure he's well off. Like,
and I'm not even mad at that because people do get paid to speak and stuff like that. My thing is, okay, you
gotta kick that back to the community first.
Like, you can't be for the community and not be putting no money towards the community. Yeah. You feel me? Which is why the whole Black Lives Matter organization is people looking at them like, oh, y'all trash.
Just some damn scammers.
Yeah, so
that's it.
But that's kind of how as far as I want to go on the race relations thing.
That's that. Everybody love everybody.
Please.
Let's do that.
What else we got?
We got some confessions from Usher Raymond himself.
Okay, so from those who didn't see that, this is actually going to be I think a documentary on Netflix. I don't know if it's just T-Pain, but this was a snippet. This was a snippet from his interview, documentary, whatever.
Love T-Pain.
They were asking, oh, we heard that you had a falling out with Usher. This was back in 2013. Usher and T-Pain were flying to the BET Awards. Usher called T-Pain. T-Pain was asleep. Had the stewardess come wake T-Pain up. Was like, hey, Usher wants to talk to you.
I'll be damn. I play first class and have as the stewardess wake me up.
Come wake me up. So
I heard confessions already. I don't hear that shit.
I dropped the stack on this ticket. You gonna wake me
up? Like, come on now.
The reason I got this, he was so I could sleep.
Come on. So T-Pain gets up, goes back there to talk to Usher. Like, hey, Usher, what's going on? And so he said Usher was kind of like quiet for a little bit. So he thought he had like something really like serious to tell him.
Yeah.
Usher, out of T-Pain's mouth, says, you know, you kind of effed up the game.
That you fucked up music.
You messed up music for real singers. And just like with no like real background.
Just like you could go back to your seat.
Yeah, like you messed up music. Yeah, you messed up music for real singers. And then this T-Pain, and mind you, Usher was Usher. So a lot of people looked up to him. He was an OG in the game type of stuff. He said this was like step one into like his 4-year battle with depression.
Yeah.
I believe it.
So before I give my Ush Buck slander, I want to know what you guys think on the topic.
It's never meet your heroes or your idols. It's like J. Cole said, oh, look at me.
Taking his
like to let Nas down.
Yeah.
Like, I fuck with Nas. Y'all know me.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's fucked up to tell somebody that. Like, I'm not feeling your shit trash. Like, I mean, coming from somebody in that, like, you couldn't give me some better criticism than that.
He's not only your peer, but like he's like someone you look up to. Like, if we make it and I'm like, hey yo, yay, what you think of our pod? And
he's like, that shit trash.
Yo, this is fucking and he doesn't give me constructive criticism.
He's just like, it's trash.
He's just trash, and he walks away. If he tells me, all right, this is you could do better, this is what you could do better, it's you better, I'm like, all right, he cares somewhat. I'm gonna take it. I no hard feelings, you know. I still love you.
Yeah.
Now, if you tell me shit, you know how much I got a couple tattoos. I'm fucking getting them shits covered off. It's like a broken relationship.
Like, fuck this dude. Like,
hey, Zoo gonna be on Twitter like this freaking coon Kanye.
Dear Kanye, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling.
That'll be tight.
But so, yeah, I get it.
And plus, they said this was in 2013. Usher was making
2010.
He was making songs with Mr. Will I Trash. nah, Will I Am. You know, he has some good hits
with the proficient amount of auto-tune in the song.
Auto-tune.
But that's the thing is when you enter rap, R&B, country, rock, if you're not bringing something new to it, then what are you doing? Like, I don't need another Usher.
Yeah.
We got a great Usher. This T-Pain opens the door for everything.
Travis, the Migos.
You see what I'm saying?
Even Wayne started using auto-tune on his
like,
raps.
Like, it may have hurt, but I don't hear
808s.
Like, I don't hear auto-tune in R&B. You ain't heard it since Zapp and Roger.
Yeah.
So, you see what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, you add that layer back. So that opens this door for not only R&B, but rap.
Yeah.
You know what's so wild is that
all they did was make a new genre.
Yeah, not that I agree, because I don't agree at all. I don't think T-Pain messed it up for real singers.
Definitely not.
But I understand what I think he was trying to say. This is just my opinion.
He changed the game.
Yeah, but it made it tougher for real, quote unquote, which is stupid because
T-Pain
can really sing.
That's the thing.
T-Pain can really sing, so this was just dumb. But
go ahead.
Yeah, so what he was saying was because a lot of artists, I guess now apparently feel that they aren't real good artists unless they can use autotune. Also, a lot of people who really can't sing that well are now starting to venture into singing because they can just use autotune. So I get it from that perspective as okay, this is making my job harder, but it's like
you added the G code.
This is what you're doing.
That's all you added the G code.
And at the end of the day, real singers are gonna
shine.
We still got Summer Walker, we still got her, we still got all these Kalanis and stuff.
Because then
you got Giveon, all of those.
Then you can say Dre ruined rap when you just can use samples and shit. Like you're not coming up with your own beat. You can use all the Isley Brothers samples. And
all the James Brown.
Like, so did he ruin music? No, you open R&B samples, use rap samples, and use this sample, and
or use gospel samples and all that. Like
you opened up the world. You opened up this rap
all they did
world.
was bring a new genre.
I think that was a very hated thing. That was some hating stuff.
That was some very hating.
That was
because he's probably on the downside.
Yeah,
ain't no problem.
2013, he was on the downside.
When the last time you heard anything from Usher that was really just like I need to hear
like
this?
last
Climax.
Year. The climax, but he dropped a song last year that was straight.
But I'm saying though, it's
like I said, nobody was searching for Usher
at all, because it's one of them things like you don't. That's not. First of all, that's not something you just tell somebody.
Right.
If you have a type of criticism or something, okay, there's always ways to bring it up. You didn't woke me out my sleep to disrespect me and say that I've made it tougher for real singers when I can sing.
Facts.
You feel me?
Like you made it a point that you needed to tell me this.
On our way to go celebrate black music.
You see what I'm saying? That's like different after a game. Like, oh, hey, you kind of stunk it up tonight. That's like you know what I'm saying? Like you made that a point to say that to me right here at this moment.
Like of all the times.
Like right. Like one.
Like if you had to say it, there was better places and times to bring this up.
When we land at the parties we're probably gonna see each other at, you could have face to face in the mid said some shit, but you made it a point. Oh, he's on this plane. I got something to say to him.
Yeah.
And of course, me, T-Pain, he's probably like, oh shit, Usher want to talk to me. It's probably a collab.
He even said Usher was like his friend. He said, I thought we were like close. Yeah. And if you to wake me up and be like, yeah, you ruin music. And he really goes back to his seat and like is thinking that over and over.
Now you ruined the whole week. Well, now you ruined 4 years.
You ruined 4 years because people were wondering like
disappeared.
They were wondering like where he went, and then he even talked about how like the industry kind of abandoned him.
Yeah,
and obviously there was the jokes about his DMs and stuff, but I'm sure there was a lot of truth before them DMs hit, where it was like people were just trying to find a way to blackball T-Pain. Mind you, T-Pain ain't never really had no big issues. He ain't never had no scandals or nothing.
He's on Twitch now. So he seems like the coolest.
Like
guy
of
ever.
all the things for you to try to pick at, you want to pick at this one style of music on top of the millions of different ways you can perform. Yeah. That's what ruined it
like
for real
to show how nice T-Pain is. He could have made this into a beef. He could have been like called out Usher. Like
he could have aired him out. He could have aired him out. Like Usher's career could have definitely like
he could have finished. Yeah. He could have did something.
Because folks is like, I'm gonna be real with you. In regards to like impact in the game, T-Pain is way more impactful as of right now than Usher was. Usher inspired Chris Brown. Okay, that's it. Like, because Chris Brown, nobody can do what Chris Brown is doing, which is why no other R&B singer that can dance is really
doing it.
They get one good song, maybe get one feature, and then it's kind of distant because Chris Brown, like, I'm only 32.
Yeah.
Like, it's not sweet.
He been 32 for a long ass time.
So, he got popping with you.
So it was one of them things where it's like you can't be disrespectful to the point and then just like not say nothing about it. Yeah. Don't say you for the culture and then disrespect somebody
in the culture.
Thank you. Yeah. Who has impacted people in his own right.
Yeah.
T-Pain ain't never came at nobody else wrong way.
Because in 2013, you already saw T-Pain's impact.
Yes.
Like we said.
Off two songs.
Because just off 808s alone. Kanye literally said, "I made this album because T-Pain and Kid Cudi inspired me."
Yeah.
And I made this album because of him.
And it's so tough because it's like when you dig deeper into like T-Pain's story, you see like all the, not necessarily hating, but because it was new, all the folks was like, this ain't gonna work.
Like supposedly Snoop Dogg
he said Snoop said you gotta do something else.
Yeah, you might start finding a different job or something.
Yeah.
Start applying at UPS.
And that's bogus from Snoop to say, because like Snoop, everybody was your nephew, and you was pushing some people. You was pushing some people that wasn't that.
Some subpar artists.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. It's just like
pretty much everybody in Dog Pound that wasn't Daz or Corrupt.
So it just really like brings up the question, like, what do you even gain from that? Like, what was your goal of all? Like I said, of all the things to say to somebody, of all the times to say it, you bring up somebody who you know probably had looked up to you some type of way, even if it wasn't directly. Oh, I got this song because of Usher. Usher, you were Usher.
Yeah.
It's like people when it came to singing or doing it, you gonna hear Usher. You gonna know about Usher. Come on, man. Especially a black artist on top of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it would have been one thing he said that to Justin Timberlake or something. He fucked it up for us.
So I don't know, man.
And your perpetrating ass is taking all the good jobs from his brothers.
That's just so wild to me, man. Stop the hate. But anyway, what else?
Shout out T-Pain.
Shout out T-Pain.
Shout out T-Pain.
Sticking with music, we're gonna do Meg versus DaBaby.
So for those who don't know, obviously for those who are been paying attention, Meg and Tory Lanez fell out because of reportedly. Well, according to Meg, I should say, I don't want to say reported because it sounds like I'm not believing her. Meg Thee Stallion said that Tory Lanez shot her in the foot. And Tory Lanez vehemently, that's not the word.
Vehemently.
Thank you. Denied it.
Aquila and the Bee.
He denied it. Said you lying, this, that, and the third. And that's when the big protect black women, that's when it really like took off. Because like when somebody like Meg, who is super confident and strong, has a moment of weakness and vulnerability, like, hey, this is what happened. This is how I feel.
Yeah.
Everyone was giving it. Everybody was riding for it.
Yeah.
So apparently, DaBaby and Meg Thee Stallion had a conversation in private, maybe even public. I think DaBaby may even said something in public. He was like, "Nah, I'll never do a song with Tory Lanez again," because everybody knows DaBaby is Meg Thee Stallion's work husband. Like they do music together continuously. They seem like they had a really good vibe together.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I think a week or two ago, not only does DaBaby have a song with Tory Lanez, he has a music video with Tory Lanez.
And not only that, he's liking some suspicious things on Twitter. That whole people forget you can see other people's likes. You can see people's likes. So people forgetting that.
So folks started airing DaBaby out like, I thought you were supposed to be Meg's boy.
Right.
What type of stuff is that?
I wouldn't say so much because of the song and the music video. I think people would have let that slide maybe because it could have been like he could have said is like, oh, we already had that song a while ago and the label made me do it.
Yeah.
But he was liking things he liked this joke on Twitter that was like, oh, the thing you and like Tory Lanez have in common is that you could shoot somebody and get away with it or something like that.
Yeah,
and he liked that. So so now people are thinking like, oh, DaBaby's making fun of the situation where Meg got hurt, Meg got shot.
Now, G-Baby, let me ask you this, because I think like a few weeks ago, we had a topic of discussion about like
demands in them.
Yeah, like when you have a beef with somebody else, that shouldn't stop me from being able to make money with that said person, because I have nothing against him or her.
Right.
What is your opinion on this?
So, like I say, I 100% stand by that. Like, if him and Tory was mans before this incident, like, you know, you supposed to be like, well, that's still my mans and I still fuck with you. However, this incident that I'm talking about, the falling out, you shot her.
Yeah.
Supposedly. You supposedly shot her.
It's not just an argument. Like,
a woman, regardless, was injured in this situation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can't condone that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you shot you shot a woman.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if you my man's or not.
Yeah,
like,
that's
some cutoff stuff.
Violence.
Yeah,
that's violent.
Thank you.
Like,
and even
you could have killed her.
Like,
yeah,
what are you talking about?
And even if you, I had the video shot already and the record, like, you still supposed to go to your label and be like, you gotta take my shit off of that. I'll pay whatever fine I need to pay, but you gonna take my shit off of that because I gotta ride with Meg.
Mm-hmm.
You done made buku dollars with Meg.
More money than you probably made with Tory.
And Tory, like, you maybe did is that was my boy, let me shoot him a favor.
Come on,
you
man.
can't do that because DaBaby, you already on thin ice
With the same song every...
The same
You see what I'm saying? Like, they finna stop making
them
flutes.
Krusty Krab beats.
Yeah. I saw a tweet that said Suge was really fire when it came out, and then he dropped it 500 more times.
He just put a different filter on Suge.
Yeah,
that's
like,
all he did.
He raps about the same stuff. So,
And Polo G, you getting it too? That damn piano. That piano, the same damn song.
some people got them saying like, what is it like?
Hakeem Bond,
like
RIP.
Pharrell got his same like four count.
I promise you, I heard his No More Parties. And I was like, damn, this Polo song because of the piano. And I was like, oh, it was Coy Leroy's song before. But I was like, she made the perfect Polo G song.
So yeah, it's just one of them things where it's like, that's once per usual, that's shiesty. You don't do stuff like that to
no
people.
poo.
Shout out, poo.
Yeah, like, because it's one of them things where it's like, this is supposed to be somebody that you... My thing is, if I'm cool with both of y'all, it's not like an argument. Somebody got shot.
Yeah. And
you are the prime suspect in this shooting. No. At the very least, you got to be like, hey, until we know for a fact, I got to... That's like somebody having a sexual assault charge and y'all partners. Hey, you my boy, and but until some facts come out, I gotta distance myself because I can't go bankrupt trying to support you.
Taking it old school, perfect example is Tupac and Snoop. Tupac believed Biggie shot him. Yeah. Like, he really believed that Biggie had something to do with that. And then Snoop Dogg goes on the radio, oh yeah, we love Biggie and Puffy. We grew up listening to them. New York, our homies. The fuck? Yeah. Like, this nigga could have killed me, and you giving him props. They wasn't cool when Pac died.
Really?
They had fell out. He wasn't cool with Dre no more. None of that.
Snoop or Pac?
Pac wasn't cool with Snoop or Dre.
Dre was trying to be a businessman.
But then he even dissed him on the Machiavelli album. So it was like, bro, how you gonna side with the nigga that tried to kill me? Yeah. Whether he had something to do with it or not.
Yeah, at this point
I believe that. And if you're my man,
like you said, the prime suspect.
You gotta ride for me on that.
Yeah, it's like, even like if I'm proven wrong, then okay.
Then that's my bad. Yeah. But you gotta ride with me on that if we as tight as you say we
Especially
are.
like I said, it's not something minor. This is like, it's like somebody's life was like
dangling in the balance.
Like, come on, bro.
Whether she got shot in the foot or what.
Meg was like, oh, he stole like a stack from me. It's like, no,
she stole some money.
Like, no, you got shot. Like, you, come on now.
Almost ended my life.
Like that's what I'm saying. So it's like, it's one of those things where I gotta stop putting my hand in front of the mic. But it's one of those things where it's like people get too money hungry, and you just forget. Like, I'm not gonna say that she made him, but some of his most famous songs have been either featuring her or her featuring him, and you gotta recognize that. Even if you want to think of it from a money perspective, I'm almost 100% sure he's made more money with Meg than he would with Tory. Yeah. Especially because so many people are still anti-Tory.
Because even when Tory was coming up, he was mainly a mixtape guy. He wasn't an album guy. He was diving off the Chicks tapes, which were like, give it Tory. He's incredibly talented. His music's fire. Yeah. But you're still like, at that point, like, you gotta ride for your.
You gotta ride for your man.
You're supposed to ride for your people, like
for your main person, or even if they're like, you could say they're on equal ground, they're the same friendship. Yeah, I'll ride with the woman every time. Even someone tells me
if it's like, equal, then you gotta stay out of it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, if it's Tory and Meg,
like if y'all
you can't, oh well, it was just in the foot, or like, no, you stay out of that. Yeah. Because I'm cool with both of y'all and my actions.
You let the facts work them out.
Right. But in most cases, I'm aside with the woman on that.
Yeah.
Especially when a gun is discharged and a woman's end up hit. It's like,
yeah.
So either way, she got shot. Whoever the shooter was, she got shot.
Even if his security guards, that's your security guard.
That's your people.
Your person.
So it's like, I don't know. That's very shicey business. And he one thing is, you can't screw over people like that, especially when it gets to a point where, like I said, even if you want to think, not even emotionally, like, oh, this is the right thing to do. Even if you want to think financially, you do this off the cusp of the Protect Black Women movement. Yeah. You feel me? Yeah. You decide to side with the abuser, allegedly, because I don't know the full details. Yeah. So you decide to side with the abuser coming off the Protect Black Women, and it's still Protect Black Women, but really when it was at its precipice, you decide, oh, I'm going to side with.
Right.
That doesn't even make any sense financially. Forget emotionally, forget your friendships. Financially, that is the most illogical thing you probably could have did in that situation.
These niggas need checks out here.
Come on, bro.
These niggas need checks out here.
Where's the manager? Come on now. Where the team at? Hey, I don't know about this one. Yeah. You feel me? Like you said, if it was one of them, we recorded this months ago or before all the details.
That's like if Cardi B. That's like if Cardi B do a song with Tory Lanez. That's super disrespectful. Yeah. Like, that's super fucked up. You can't be my friend no more.
Yeah, that's basically. Like,
that's what you did.
Making beef at that point.
That's what you did. Like, if the baby worked with him, I can. Like, no, you can't do that. You gotta ride for your people.
So that's my thing. Protect Black women and ride for your people, man.
Now let's get into some jokes.
What's up?
Subway's feeding us bubble wrap. I heard.
Okay, so ever since Jared then came out as a pedophile, Subway has just been.
Subway has been.
And I like Subway sandwiches.
I like Subway sandwiches too.
I love Subway
but ever since the first person measured the sandwich was like, ain't none of these hoes a foot.
Yeah.
And then they started they started charging us more.
Yeah.
As soon as he said that, we started getting charged more. I'm like, I hate y'all.
Shout out Penn Station.
Yeah. So yeah.
$17 for a 6-inch. Let's get it.
So for those who don't know, apparently somebody tested the tuna in the Subway tuna sandwich and found out there is no tuna DNA in the tuna sandwich.
That just scares me because I'm a meatball marinara kind of guy. Now,
saying,
like, what
man,
the fuck's in the
wiggity,
meatball?
What's in the marinara? Is it even tomatoes at this point?
That's what I'm saying.
So it's gotten to a point where Subway left and right are just getting hit with lawsuits. So what they're trying to say is that there is no tuna in the tuna. Subway came out and was like, no, that's not true. We serve all of our like wild caught tuna or something like that.
We got in the back fresh.
But there's a TikTok user with a lot of followers who was showing how they prepare the tuna. Yeah. And I'm not saying that it's not real tuna because on the case it says tuna. But what they were showing, it's like, that is not a delectable meal to be eaten. Not. So what do y'all think about good old Subway Eat Fresh not selling y'all?
Hey man, Jimmy John's, I'm looking at y'all.
Hey, Jimmy John's, I'm switching it up. You might have a new fan.
Goodness
But what's hilarious is that one of my recent jobs, somebody who's really big into this stuff was telling me a story about how McDonald's gets away without using meat. Is because when you see them commercials made with 100% USDA approved beef, there's a company that's called 100% USDA approved beef.
Shut the fuck up.
I swear to God.
Oh my
so
God.
They say, hey, we made it with 100% USDA beef.
Like I've seen like with Wendy's, you know how they're like the patties aren't frozen, never frozen.
Yeah.
I've seen where people go viral where they're like on TikTok, like I'm quitting today, or they fired me. Here's a video of us opening the freezer, just frozen beer for like a week.
Solid.
Frozen, fresh, never frozen.
Yeah,
but Taco Bell got caught with the damn duffel bag full of horse meat a few years ago.
Everybody knew Taco Bell was subpar.
I have an uncle that worked at Domino's when he was like a teenager or whatever, and he says they have like they were told to like pick up the cheese off the floor and just reuse that shit because inventory
it's processed cheese
and
shit like that. No, you're not getting real food unless you grow it yourself.
Yeah, it's like you just have to accept that. But the fact that the tuna is fake, just fake tuna, just
that's how big them tunas is.
Nobody want to wrestle with them motherfuckers
because it tastes just like tuna. So it's like what? It's like
100% USDA beef. He's just like beef.
What's going on?
I'm gonna enjoy this McKitten tonight.
There's a reason like some restaurants charge you the $20 for the burger and some people charge you $2 for the burger. Like,
hey man,
like you get what you pay for.
You do.
Like that's why Burger King, I don't know what they giving y'all because you get like half the menu for $7.
Like, nigga, how do you give me 20 nuggets for $169?
They were giving coupons last year for Capri Sun. Like when y'all start selling Capri Sun? They was like, if you buy, I remember some coworkers. We went and got 3 drinks, 3 fries, 2 cheeseburgers, 3 cheeseburgers, and 3 chicken sandwiches for $20. For $20.
3 and 3.
3 and 3. Yeah. For $20, and we got 20 nuggets. So no, that shit's crazy. You could buy 200 nuggets for $30.
When they were doing them nuggets at Wendy's, them like 50
big
nuggets, for like $10.
It's like, first of all, you know what everybody is in line for. So where are y'all getting all these excess nuggets from?
First off, my favorite squirrel ain't been in my neighborhood lately, and I ain't seen a stray dog in about 10 years. So something's going on.
You thought they was going to the vet. Them niggas got put down, all right.
Friendly Fire, when was the last time y'all seen the stray dog?
It's a fact.
Maybe the South. When I go like
the South
in Mississippi, yeah.
And they stray everything down there.
And the whole neighborhood feed it. So it's not even truly stray.
That used to be a thing 20 years ago or 10 years ago. It's like I don't want to get chased by a dog.
Yeah,
like I don't think that's a thing.
You're not worried about getting chased by a dog.
No, especially now. I'm fighting. I can't run fast no more. I'm fighting.
I got chased by some pit bulls a couple of years ago, but that's because they got.
Where are these pit bulls now?
Where are they now?
I was walking my dog by that house. Like, oh, there's a couple pit bulls there, but it's a fence.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers started digging. I've never seen the dog dig that fast. And at that point, I was like, nah, they're not even gonna get through.
So
they got through.
Oh no, yeah.
Me and my dog started jetting.
Why y'all be training these pit bulls to jump off walls?
What do you gain from that? Let's think. Why does this dog have a 40-inch vertical?
This dog just did a side split over the damn fence.
Muscular ass dog.
So be careful with your food consumption.
Definitely eat at home. Eat vegetables and fruits.
You grow some if you can. Well, what else do we got?
We can talk about the WHO.
Okay.
Us getting our masks back.
So the World Health Organization, aka the WHO,
Mike Jones
has urged vaccinated people to put back on their masks. Now, if you remember, because we
y'all
talked
already
about
lost
this,
that war.
The CDC
we talked about this
was
like 2 weeks ago.
The CDC told people who was vaccinated, nigga, F the mask. Do what you want to do. Which gave people who weren't vaccinated, oh, well, I guess since we taking off masks, I'm gonna be raw dog in the air too. The WHO. So
stop saying raw dog in the air.
That's exactly what they're doing.
Breathing.
That's exactly what they're doing. So
it's not
the background to a lot of this is because there's been a Delta virus that has been found and started in China. It's made its way to America, to America. It is here. So I don't know who's caught it, but I know they said that there's been hints of it here. Yeah. So now people are trying to say, okay, we may need to put the mask back on. The masks are not going back on.
They're not going to go back
on. At this
That's
rate,
it.
we about to lose 1 million more people because people don't know how to wash their hands.
You guys had your chance.
We tried it.
It was a struggle.
We did what we were supposed. A lot of people did what they were supposed to do.
Y'all let JoJo shake y'all up to change y'all rules like that. No, like y'all put us at risk. It was a fight to get them masks on. Now that the world's open, you gonna close it again or put masks back on? You lost. You lost. Don't even try it.
It's gonna be a legit purge if they try to shut us back down.
I ain't going outside today.
Oh, God. Or ever again.
Probably not.
I'm getting everything just sent to me.
Facts. FaceTime and
like send me a little bit of Jamaican sand. I'm gonna just imagine what it feels like. Because at this point, it's over with. There's no way you can convince anybody who took a mask off to put that hoe back on.
Especially because they got the vaccines too. Like you not winning this rule.
Because I got my vaccines, and at first, even after getting them, I kept my mask on. One day, because I work really early. I work before there's customers. I work there's only even associates. There's only 3 or 4 of us.
It's just one person to let you in.
So one time I was like, I got my vaccine. Let me take off my mask. And then there's no one around. Once people start coming in, I'll grab one, put one on. Nah, that shit felt good, bro. Bro, I put a mask back on. I do still put on a mask if I'm anywhere else. Yeah. Just because I don't want to. Because I went to the movies. I took my little cousins to the movies a couple weeks ago to see a movie that they were dying to go see, but they didn't want to go see it with their parents. Yeah. So they're teenagers now, so it's all right. Yeah. I'll be the cool cousin, whatever. Yeah. So I took them, and their vaccine, but they had their mask on. And I didn't have mine on, and the oldest one tells me. She's like, you're looking like a Trump supporter right now. She literally just told me that.
Punch you in your Trump face right now.
She told me that. She's like, I kind of don't want to be seen with you right now. Can you step away from us? I'm like, first of all, little girl, I'm the one who drove you here.
How do you plan on getting home?
Yeah,
I remember at my one job, it was right in the height of this.
Hey, Shorty said 6 feet, no pressure.
I'm talking about at the height of this, bro. I get some people come in with the Trump shirts on, no mask. I was selling furniture at the time. They, excuse me, brother. Do you know where we can find the leather? All right. Get up? No, dog. I don't know where you can find none of that. That's about 6 feet back, too, homie. Ease up off me 2 inches, bro.
So I'm gonna be real. The only place I don't wear a mask when I go hoop. I wear it when I go lift. I don't wear it when I go hoop because it feels useless at that point.
I walked in the
you already bumping people and everything. Yeah. So I don't wear it when I go hoop. And the one time I went to the movie theater, I didn't wear it. Usually, almost anywhere else, unless I'm there all the time, I would at work. I still wear it because kids still don't cover their mouth when they call.
That's true.
The parents sometimes don't got the best hygiene, so it's just I don't trust people. So it's keep the mask on when I'm in a public setting. I can't control. I can control going to the gym. All right, I'll just leave.
If I'm going house to house, then I ain't wearing.
At work, okay, this mother needs to be on because it's just I don't trust y'all. Yeah. But so just be careful. Those who decide to keep their mask on, we appreciate y'all. Shout out to y'all. Who I don't know what to tell y'all. Y'all supposed to have this conversation with the CDC when they decided that they was gonna just do whatever they wanted. Y'all know this Delta virus coming, right? But what are y'all talking about? Mind you, when the CDC said that, y'all can just take them off, the Delta virus had already been found.
Yeah. It's at this point, it's do we believe the CDC or is this just with them it's just a money thing?
I tried to believe him, man. I wanted to believe, but mostly because they was going against what Trump was saying. So I was like, okay, y'all seem like y'all know what y'all talking about.
But then once Biden
once JoJo came in, it was over with.
They got wishy wishy-washy on stuff. They're like, well, I guess it's okay. I guess it's not.
Yeah.
And it's like literally 2 months ago when Trump was still in, you were saying you were like adamant.
Oh, they have to stay.
They was making faces behind him when he was saying certain. Oh, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Oh, this dude's stupid.
As soon as JoJo get in office, well, you know, if you've gotten half of a vaccine, you can drop.
If you already made your appointment, I guess you can take it off.
I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but they just wanted Trump to fumble that bag.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
I think they just wanted that.
Yeah, oh no, they definitely did. But I think when JoJo talked to him, like, hey, as soon as I get in, this mask,
this shit gonna have to disappear quick.
Because I don't want to wear my mask anymore.
I mean, I'm getting used to it. I mean, I said, I'm not gonna be going out in the world anymore because y'all niggas is wild.
Yeah, for sure.
But
I don't think I'm a travel until if I get the vaccine. If I travel, I would have had the vaccine.
If I'm trapped keeping it road trip distance. If I gotta go somewhere I could drive.
Yeah, I got. Yeah,
but I'm not flying nowhere.
You're not gonna fly it off?
I'm not anytime soon. Like, I gotta get a better control on some shit. Next year, maybe I might just open up.
I respect that.
I might just.
Because everybody talking about
there's so much other
outside
shit
open. Y'all acting a fool outside. They need to close it back up. Yeah. God dang.
I'm not ready to die over no dumb shit. So I'm like, if I gotta stay my ass in the house again, it's cool. Ain't nothing really popping.
Like, I got everything I need.
Yeah. I ain't got a job, so I ain't,
I'm chilling. I ain't going outside today.
Basically,
like you said.
Shout out, young boy.
What else we got?
As we finish it up, we can hit on Monique for a second.
Okay, so for those who don't know, everybody's favorite self-appointed
Rico's favorite comedian of all time.
Rico's favorite auntie.
It goes Monique, Kevin,
Tiffany Haddish. Behind.
So Monique went on Instagram.
Gary Owens. I was trying to rap some more people. Davis, and then it's me.
Oh man! So Monique went on Instagram and according to her, somebody sent her a picture of a young lady at the airport. I think she had just got her hair done. So instead of a bonnet, she had like a fresh, she had a bag over her
That
head.
outfit was bogus as hell, though. She shouldn't have came to the airport like that. She bogus for
that. Cool. But that's not Monique's job to air that out.
No, it's definitely not.
So that's what the comments were. Was like, yeah, okay, even if this is not the best, this isn't your job to put on social media.
Some random person on blast.
Like, just ain't bothering you, ain't doing nothing to you. Yeah, and she maybe
make your comment and keep it moving.
Yeah, like that's I don't know. I'm not a big fan. Like I said, we talked about this last week or the week before, whatever. Okay, I get her point of view about whatever. It's an old school way of thinking. The way the young lady was dressed, it was a little subpar. I ain't gonna lie, but that's not Monique's job.
It's not. She's not the fashion police.
You feel me? It's not. Oh well, if this is how she decides to dress, then okay. But don't do that.
But like I said, meeting your heroes as a black empowered queen, you're supposed to, sister. Let me talk to you for a second. You don't need to be coming out the house like this. You're better than that. You're not supposed to put her on blast, especially from the back. Like, that's shady as hell.
Like, people are ready to get clout. They'll do anything.
They're doing anything.
Literally anything. They talking to Kevin Samuels for clout at that point. So it's just like,
if you want to bring up Kevin Samuels, that was on the docket too. If you want to.
That's gonna be Zoo's subject, but yeah, we'll bring him up.
I forgot what you did.
The OnlyFans thing.
Oh yeah.
So before we get to that,
to our queen.
The biggest thing is this: like, we get it that you guys have standards for yourself and that you would like other people to see. It's not your job to air out and let the whole world know how much you disapprove of how a specific person dresses. Especially when they can't even like defend themselves because she didn't even know the picture was taken. She don't know the picture being taken. So
now she gonna get off the plane and be trending.
Because somebody gonna recognize it. Hey girl, is this you?
Yeah, you was at the airport bogus as hell.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know.
She was though. Like, you gotta come to the airport with some sort of class.
I'll give you that.
You gotta come to this with, like, you ain't gotta be business casual. If you gonna be casual, you have on some pants or some shorts that are an appropriate length, a nice t-shirt or shirt, something. You don't come there looking like you just hopped out the shower. Or somebody just pulled you out their damn pocket, as my brother likes to say about my lack of ironing.
So I'm not disputing that she definitely could have dressed better, but like I said, it's all about who should have said something. And in my opinion,
she should have said it face to face.
Yeah, like if you could have found this young lady, then yeah, sure. But like she said somebody sent it to her. It was somebody took a picture and sent and DM Monique like, ain't this what you've been talking about at the airport? Like, I don't know. It's just one of them things. It's like, mind y'all own business.
Just mind your business.
The girl not bothering you. You can look, like you said, you can look the other way if it really come down to it. The girl not bothering you.
At all. You just looking pathetic and keep it moving.
Keep moving. But to one of Zoo's favorite characters on the internet, What is going on with Mr. Kevin Samuels?
It goes Kevin, Tori,
Aaron, and his mama.
Fabulous from New York, and then it's me.
What is going on? What is Mr. Kevin Samuels recently going viral for?
Well, apparently, the bigger story is that OnlyFans is trying to go family oriented.
I don't know how they
after all this, like,
after all the sex that they've been showing,
all the ass shaking.
It's
is
been
gone.
like a year, maybe a year and a half.
Yeah, about a year and a half.
About a year and a half.
Maybe 2. I don't know.
It basically took off when the pandemic hit.
So it was a year and a half.
About a year.
Let's say a year and a half. So they're trying to go family oriented. They're funding millions and millions of dollars to try to get that sorted out.
Probably want some ad revenue type stuff.
I still don't know. Like I didn't read the full article because it's not like super like, oh damn, not the OnlyFans, but
the OnlyFans.
No, they want to get a stadium somewhere. They want that Seattle Supersonic Stadium to be the OnlyFans stadium.
Low key.
You see what I'm saying? They want that because Pornhub finna buy the Miami one.
That was a joke.
They should though.
They won't let them.
But yeah.
So they're trying to go family. They're getting millions. So I don't know if like they're gonna like completely cut off like all the chicks or like the nudity and stuff like that.
It'll probably be like an OnlyFans like sub thing.
It's gonna have to. My thing is this though.
Like they'll be like
money
OnlyFans
wise,
18 years and up, or not safe for work, and then they'll be like that. But no, then it's still OnlyFans connected.
I feel like they're gonna probably like open up like a sub company and basically put everything that was with OnlyFans on that. Maybe. But at the same time,
it's
give
like
it
a different name.
If it came down to it, I'm pretty sure that any actress, if she was like really doing the do on there, she could probably just go to one of these porn sites and just
because that's what it was supposed to be for artists to show their like only my fans gonna fuck with this, they gonna pay this, and it became something else.
Which is funny though because I think. Like while it came out initially supposed to be like content specifically for people's fans, then people was like, shoot, I can have sex on here and make some money, cool. But then what started happening, like Cardi B got on there and was just talking to people. Then Floyd Mayweather started doing it. Yeah. And you get a couple other artists, hey, this is a song that may not drop. I want y'all to hear it type of stuff. So the OnlyFans like, wait a minute, like folks are starting to really rock with this.
You can't scroll through all this porn to find the next song.
But that's what's kind of weird to me though. It's like, to my knowledge, OnlyFans is only based off of who you subscribe to, right? Yeah. So it's like you would have to go choose to find whoever you want to find. I don't see, unless it's just for some ad
revenue. Or
because it's like how much Cialis can you really sell?
But then it's still like these are the popular. Like when you go there and you be like, oh, search for somebody. They be like, these are the hottest creators of them, and it's gonna be that, of course. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
So they're trying, but Kevin Samuels put his 2 cents in, and
what are those 2 cents?
He said, remember OnlyFans chicks? I told y'all a couple months ago. Subway is always going to be hiring.
And they're not going to be using real tuna.
So, and then, obviously everyone's mad at him.
No, shit, they don't have real bodies and they can't use real tuna either.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
You saw that line, not to diverge, but you saw that video on Twitter, that line of all the chicks who got their BBLs.
They were recovering.
In the wheelchairs.
Can we talk about how body dysmorphia has jacked up, just people in general? Now, not even just bashing on people with BBLs.
Let's finish the Kevin Samuels before we drift into something else. I got some heat for that.
Okay.
But so Kevin Samuels, went and did the do, and he basically said that, so everybody got attacking on him.
I get it.
But it's true. It sucks though because he said this a year and a half ago.
But it's true,
and it worked out in his favor type of deal.
I think the thing is that people saw this as something that they can make money for a long time.
It was supposed to be. Next about apartments.
Kind of like I've seen these chicks like on Twitter and shit. They're flexing their houses.
OnlyFans.
Yeah,
with the keys.
Yeah, they're flexing their houses, flexing their Lambos, flexing their Teslas.
Don't ever knock my hustle.
And I'm like, all right, you got paid
what they call the ring light, the thought light, just because of OnlyFans. That's why everybody and their mama got a ring light.
All them challenges and all these. Facts. Oh, check out my workout videos. I'm like, that's not how you do a proper push-up at all. Because I used to have to do them. I used to get yelled at.
And people saw it as a long-term way for ad revenue and stuff. Yeah. But now, if OnlyFans gets switched out, where no more nudity, they're gonna lose shitload of money. Now, you got a fucking $10,000 mortgage a month.
Yeah,
how the fuck you gonna pay that? I hope he was investing.
Yeah, because it's
because now you're a sex worker and there's a stigma with sex workers, and now how you gonna get a job?
You're essentially a prostitute.
Yeah,
I mean that's the term. That's the term. You're a prostitute.
It's legal. type deal.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't know what anybody does. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's your hustle, but because I don't call a spade a spade.
I remember
you were too lazy to work.
A couple months ago, it became.
Oh wow, yeah.
It was like a big story where like some teachers were getting fired because they were making OnlyFans.
Yes,
and like even if they weren't fully naked,
it's the stigma behind it.
Yeah, like you work with children.
Like
you see what I'm saying?
And so now that was like a huge deal. So they're like, you know what, fuck it, OnlyFans pay me more money than this teaching job. But now, if OnlyFans you lose your money, now you got to go back teaching. I was like, oh damn, you got pictures out here, like and now it's like, which is fucked up, but still, you know,
but I said
like I guess what was gonna happen.
Yeah.
But I said it on that one podcast. It was like you were just too lazy to work because you didn't have to do this. You could have got up and took your ass to Foot Locker. And you Amazon, and they always hire, but you didn't want to work. And that's why I said women always have that ace. Because no matter how bad it gets, they can always sell sex.
Yeah.
And that's a dude can't do it. I kept telling you, a dude can't do it. But he shouldn't. But a woman shouldn't either. But if you're capitalizing off this, whether you put escort or not, like an escort's supposed to be high class and we don't do that. But if y'all are just doing it for the right amount of money, that's a prostitution thing. That's still it's the oldest business in America.
Yes.
We have something you want. What is that worth to you? And prostitution is legal because nobody's going to pay what a woman's body's worth. You can't put a price on that. Women's bodies are precious. So if a girl says, yo, you want $20 million, you can't argue because she feels that she's worth $20 million.
Yeah.
But if she'll take 1,000, then you decided to take that 1,000.
Or what, $17 a month?
You see what I'm saying? You took that without knowing your worth. Like you knew what your worth was and you figured that, okay, 1,000, he's worth 1,000. You see, that's prostitution.
Yeah.
You were too lazy to work. You see what I'm saying? That's all it looks like. And it was a big come up for the pandemic. I'm glad. I'm not hating. Y'all got to live.
Like if you save your money, then hey, you made it. Or maybe you finesse your way yourself into a modeling gig or something.
But who's gonna pay that GoFundMe if they're not seeing the vids?
Yeah. So
it's weird because at the end of the day, like you said, I think personally, if they were willing, the ones who were like going all out, like doing and do on OnlyFans, I feel like if it really come down to it, like they could make the transfer to the adult industry.
But why? Well, they're gonna compete with real adult industry.
Yeah, because now there's that thing where like I remember like because Mia Khalifa is like super huge. She has like her podcast now, and like she went on that whole thing where she only made like $2,000
off
porn, and I think she had like the most viewed video of all time or some ridiculous
she's got
shit
numbers
like that.
and it's like, you're not making the money unless you're putting in the work.
Yeah, because
and it's not gonna be the OnlyFans chicks that are on those sites, so I've heard.
Yeah,
but it's just so it's just like they're not getting the views like that. Yeah, because they're not getting them.
Because like he said, if I might have like 100 views, but I decided to charge those people $50, now I made this amount of money.
Yeah.
But if I could have 1 million views and I only charge them to $1, you know, so that you're your own boss.
Yeah.
Essentially, so you decide what you get paid. On the porn sites, I'm pretty sure the dudes are like, I could get another chick,
better looking chick
that will do this for
free.
$50
or
for a meal, or for I'll pay their hotel for a week or whatever, and she'll do this. And there's a bunch of dudes that will still do the do, like watch these videos. They don't give a fuck if it's you or who else. Like how many porn stars do you know their name? There's I can name a handful.
Their real name. You see what I'm saying?
The real name that probably none. But you see what I'm saying? Like you got to compete with these big dogs of the industry. Yeah.
This isn't just me and my boyfriend having fun. This is like you're entering creep zone. Like there's weird shit online.
Yes.
And you're gonna have to be able to do some of that weird shit. This is sink or swim in the big industry.
Yeah.
Like if you couldn't cut it in OnlyFans, just showing little quick flips. Nah, they get to the business on them sites. Nah, no bull. It's an hour and a half of business, so I've heard.
I don't know, man. I'm very interested because it's my thing is this though. OnlyFans is always going to have sex attached to it.
But they'll build another site though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So they could change their
somebody
name.
else will probably just do it. Yeah.
All they do is gotta change their name. Say, this company bought me out and we're changing it to Fans for You or some shit like that.
Fans only.
I don't know. It's just weird because it's like, I think it's weird to me on OnlyFans like side of it because it's like no matter what you guys do, everybody's going to remember, okay, this is where folks was having sex online. People was paying to watch it.
Yeah.
So it's like, even if, like,
crazy.
You feel me? So it's like, even if you go to the point where, now we're doing child stars giving educational thing, it's like, okay, so you got a kid on a site that used to be for porn. It's always gonna look weird. So it's like, so it's like, what is the quote unquote family oriented content supposed to be?
Yeah.
Because me personally, I don't think I would want any of my stuff on OnlyFans site where it was like, just yesterday you could have,
unless it was like our friendly fire video playing in the background while some business was being disgusted. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Then of course, that's all good views.
That's what I'm saying.
Imagine us putting our podcast on there and you go like to your family, like, oh yeah, you could watch my video on OnlyFans. They'll be like, Rico,
exactly.
What did you do?
What? I'm getting put out the house that day.
Intervention.
We got
the pastor.
They taking me to church.
What did you say? What did this nigga say?
It would have been over with.
It would have been definitely over with.
Oh, for sure. Ain't no way. Only
it's like, what? I just got a podcast.
Wait, link in my bio. What link is in your bio, son?
Like, the link tree, bro. Fact, I see a girl put a link in my bio, even if it's for like her Twitter
or music
or whatever. I'm like,
I mean, you don't make no music. Your music, those shit don't slap.
Oh man. That's wild, but I guess thoughts and prayers to anybody if your career about to end because OnlyFans about to get bought out. I don't know.
You save money, man.
I hope you saved
or invested.
And now the words of Dario Wright will flow through my body. Plastic surgery.
So that was his word.
That's my intro. The words are gonna flow through. So shout out to you.
So for those who don't know, like Zeus said, a video went viral of a bunch of girls either, I'm guessing, leaving Miami or wherever.
Wellness center.
All in wheelchairs because they had all just gotten BBLs. And this isn't to discredit or to make fun of anybody with BBLs.
Yeah,
but
if you want to get it, you get it, you know?
But the massive influx of people getting BBLs and surgeries, and also the massive influx of people going super hard in the gym, body dysmorphia is a real thing that people need to address. Because, God, dog, like, that's wild. Yeah.
I'm gonna get my DJ Envy on. For the people who don't know, what's body dysmorphia?
Yeah.
Body dysmorphia, I don't know the technical term, but it's basically when you have a distorted view of yourself. Right. You look at yourself in the mirror and you're not attracted with what you see to the point, not because some people are a little chubby, I can work out and fix that. Extreme body dysmorphia is when you get into like people who start, the surgeries or people becoming anorexic and stuff like that. The extreme stuff that could be potentially dangerous. Now there are a bunch of reputable, I guess, BBL doctors and places.
There's no reason why you need to get a bigger ass, health wise or not, or bigger breasts. Or you fix your nose. Unless it's a medical issue.
Or breast reduction. I can see your point.
I can see breast reduction.
No, sometimes people definitely need breast reduction.
But like to get bigger breasts.
Yeah.
That's like you don't need it.
Sometimes it's just people.
It's a confidence thing.
Yeah, that's just what some people like. Hey, that's just like somebody getting braces. Yeah, you don't need
when you get up to heaven and God don't recognize you.
Okay.
Shit, how you gonna fix what God put his paintbrush on?
I was thinking when I saw that video, I was like, what about all the old people?
What about them?
What wheelchairs are they using?
I don't know. They carried them like, hey, grandma.
Like, how do you decide who gets priority?
Judy just got the BBL, so I don't know what you gonna be sitting on.
But like I said before, everybody looks like Kim Kardashian now. All the chicks look like Kim Kardashian or Kylie. There's not one different. It's like the real Slim Shady music
Everyone
video.
shitted on Kylie for them lip fillers, and then
everybody went out and got them.
The chick, there's people I know, like I see, they got them, and I'm like, all right, well, whatever. I mean,
their face be so damn tight, bro. They be. Oh my God! I mean, can't smile and none of that
a bunch of people have definitely been talking on Twitter about getting the BBLs, especially. It's died down a little bit. But like,
because everybody got them.
But no, not even that. It's just I think people are finally starting to see some of the health risk behind it.
You can't travel.
There are. Well, you can't travel right away. Like you gotta sit for like 2 weeks.
Was it Chief Keef's baby mom or 6ix9ine's baby mom that got the BBL, and then she showed the pictures that they fucked up, and then she had like this huge ass bruise on like her ass.
Yeah,
I think it was 6ix9ine. But no, what was Cardi B? You remember when she was fucked up last year for like all them shows? Because she was flu. And then all of the plastic surgery and her stuff, it had like shot up into her body and made her legs swell and stuff.
Oh yeah, there was like this wrestler also I follow, this female wrestler, and she got hit and one of her implants, I think, like busted.
Yeah.
Like that's a serious thing. Like that's chemicals like in your body.
Yeah,
and shit.
Like you got to go get surgery for that to get it removed type stuff. So I mean, just be careful.
Be careful. You don't really.
It's like, well, we can't
still get what you want.
It's easy for us to say that, but it's like. some people like it's easy for people who don't suffer from huge body dysmorphia.
Hey, once that doctor says, "Hey, yo, give me a stack," and I have you looking like Michael B. Jordan out here.
You feel me? Like it's one of those things where it's like everybody got their own, thing. It's what they want for their confidence. Some people are getting. I've seen some people get it to boost their OnlyFans content, which I guess is whatever,
Which at this point,
because
I hope you can take it off your tax deduction.
Because it's like with BBLs, apparently it's like a transfer of fat. It's not like injecting anything.
No, I think all they do is take it from your stomach and put it in your ass.
People have been saying like check-ins into savings type of stuff, making that joke. So it's one of those things where it's like a lot of guys may not like it, but then that's when women are saying, well, we're not doing it for y'all.
Then who are y'all doing it for?
Sometimes it's just for themselves.
I know, but then if it's just for yourselves, why you on OnlyFans?
Because you can make money off it.
Yeah. But you wasn't making money off it before.
But
it's a self-improvement thing.
But you can make money off of it. That's what I'm saying.
But you can make money off a lot of shit.
But I'm saying
Amazon, Burger King.
If you know that if you love yourself and you know that you can make money off of you loving yourself and people loving that you love yourself, why not do it?
How does that make any sense? Because people don't love you until you get the body. You ain't gonna know you didn't know who half of these chicks was until they had the BBL.
I'm not saying
or the facelift or the nose job.
That's not completely true either. Right. Some people have gotten it post fame. That's what I'm saying.
No, that's different. You fuck your face up after fame. That's it. But for you to put money, I need to make money off my good looks, and you put money into getting good looks. Sometimes you don't have good looks. You just have money. Nobody's ugly. Remember that. You just broke. You just broke.
That's what body dysmorphia is, though. Somebody who doesn't see that nobody is ugly situation.
Right, but
they feel ugly, so they're doing something. They're spending money on something to make themselves feel better about themselves.
You're alcoholic. You're buying confidence. But it's like I say, if I'm
not disagreeing necessarily, but I'm giving you the point of view I have seen.
How strongly I feel about it is I love anybody, whether they have plastic surgery or not. Mm-hmm. But if I'm with somebody who doesn't have plastic surgery and they get some, I'm leaving because you're not the person I fell in love with. I fell in love with this person. What if it's not like a completely drastic change? No, unless it's for medical. Or you need something. No, I met you and your breasts the way they was. Now that they're 7 times bigger, I didn't fall in love with that. Now I'm not gonna be turning them away. Yeah. But that's not what I fell in love with. That's why I'm saying.
A couple test drives.
I don't hate it, but I'm just saying I just don't like it. If I fuck with somebody, I want to fuck with them. Whether I had to meet them with the surgery or I met them before.
Like I said, that's
just me.
That's what I'm saying. That's when that point of view comes, and then ladies say, "Oh well, men need to stop thinking we're doing it for them." Yeah. And I can't tell a woman why she's deciding to get whatever she wants to get.
Of course not.
If she says this was for her body confidence or her self confidence or whatever, then more power to you, sis.
100%.
You feel me?
Don't start the OnlyFans then.
Why not? That's what I'm saying. I'm not even saying that I'm necessarily so pro OnLyFans, but what I'm saying is, if you love yourself now. Right. Now you know that you can make money off of it.
And now you want other people to love you.
You just want to make money.
No, that's bullshit.
You know that the people who are supporting you don't truly love you. They're horny. They're horn dogs that want to pay.
So
you might not be able to make money off of it.
When you is a stick. Okay. And getting 30 likes a picture. Okay. I still love myself. I'm beautiful. Now you delete all these other pictures and drop 16 brand new body pictures. And you got 700,000 followers. I've always loved.
That's a very specific. That's a very specific situation.
No, it's a lot of. That's the only reason.
That's not the only reason.
Oh man, roll credits. That's
not the only reason though.
Yes, it is.
It's not always. It's literally not. My thing is this. If I
get a beard surgically attached to fill out on my face, and then I go start only beards, you know what I'm saying? No, I couldn't do that before, so I shouldn't do it now. That's like we said with the mental health thing. That's like we said with the mental health thing. Oh, the drugs is killing me so bad.
That's completely different.
And now I'm going to take some more because they're killing me so. No, it's not.
Yes, it's not. All you're doing is profiting off of something that you now love about yourself.
No, because you didn't have it.
But I'm saying you have it now.
That's like if I buy a taxi cab. Oh, I can profit off a taxi cab because I got one now. But I lost profit buying the fucking taxi cab.
You're making profit now, is what I'm saying.
But bro, oh my God, Rico,
I'm trying to understand your point of view. What I'm saying, no, let me explain myself.
Okay, go explain yourself.
What I am saying is this. Let's say, because some women, now I can't speak for all women, but some women say that they get the BBLs or whatever for self-confidence reasons.
Okay.
Now, I'm not saying like I said before, there are some people who get it to start in OnlyFans. But what I'm saying is for the ones who decided, you know what, I love myself, I love the way I look, now I want to start an OnlyFans. I don't see the issue with that. I'm not saying the ones who get the surgery to start the OnlyFans. You may have an argument with that. But what I'm saying is let me finish what I'm saying. the ones who love themselves, who love what they got now and decide they want to start an OnlyFans, whether or not you support OnlyFans or not, I'm saying I don't see the issue with that.
But you know what's crazy is because I've seen a lot of those stories where I love my body. I was so skinny in high school. I didn't have nothing. Now I got it. Here's my OnlyFans posting fully dressed pictures.
Well, that's
I'm getting.
That's the danger of OnlyFans.
Let me finish. No, you gonna let me finish? You gonna let me finish?
You got us peeking the mic and everything.
Go ahead. So now you got the picture where I'm in my suit and scrubs and I'm doing this. No bread. Now I'm in a bikini, little bit of bread. Now I'm doing meetups, a lot more bread, right? Get out of here with that bullshit, Rico. Don't come here with that.
It's not BS.
Because I've seen it, and I'm seeing girls transition now to I was a fully dressed scholar. I got my master's, and now you shaking some shit with a tassel on your head.
I'm not.
With your graduation cap and your diploma. Don't give me that. Because you could take body pictures and, I love my life. You ain't got to start the OnlyFans. Why you getting paid off your looks? You didn't have them before.
But I'm saying, why can't you?
Because you bought them. They're not natural talent.
That's considered an investment.
Okay.
At that point, it becomes an investment.
It's the same thing with models.
If I can buy 7 inches on my height, relax freakazoids out there. 7 inches on my height. Yo. Y'all ass freaky.
Hell no. Damn.
All right, I'm gonna drop the title. 7 inches of separation. Okay. But and then I want to go to the league. Why can't I capitalize off that? Because I didn't put in no work to get it.
But I'm saying, did you earn the skill? Because at the end of the
day, did I earn the money to buy my legs?
Yes.
If I want to be 7'10" and just stand in the paint with my arms up, I should be able to capitalize that because there's a surgery for it. Then every nigga and their mama gonna be in the NBA.
No,
come on.
That's not true.
Because the NBA.
No, stop. Okay, you had your point. Now we'll let you talk eventually, Zoo.
I'm enjoying all this.
Okay, so the argument. All right, so the argument with that, the NBA only 450 people a year become NBA basketball players, or are NBA basketball players, I should say. Every time somebody is drafted, somebody loses a job. Okay,
how many of them?
That's the difference between that and OnlyFans. Anybody can get in OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Anybody. Point blank. I can start one if I want. I'm not going to.
I can get. So, it's a lot.
Anybody can start one. With the NBA, you have to be selected to get to that.
Yeah.
OnlyFans, you just say, hey, I want to do one, don't just start it
up. No, because you can start it up and not make no bread.
But I'm saying, anybody can start it up. You can't just say, I'm going to be in the NBA next year. Them niggas may not select you next year, is what I am saying. That's where the flaw in your argument is.
No, because if you have skill, you get invited out, and we're not going into basketball. We're talking about the women.
You brought up basketball.
That was just a comparison. And
I pointed out the flaw in your comparison.
No, if you get it and you're this, if you get it and you feel beautiful and you want to go out in the world and take a bunch of pictures, fine. Okay. When you start capitalizing off of it, it's a hustle, but it's like what was it for? Like, was we eventually knew? Was it for your personality, or is it just for you to be?
I want to make sure we hear you the whole time.
No, was it for confidence and I feel good in my body now, or did you already have some plotting and scheming?
Who knows? At the end of the day, who knows?
You know, Rico.
Who knows?
You know, you don't just go and do something without thinking about the outcome.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
A lot of people you got to think about how many people have gotten surgery, but I regret every single thing about it. Them niggas went and got it and regret it.
Yeah, I regretted getting my nose fixed.
I'm just saying though.
I didn't regret the $20 million breast that I just got.
That's all I'm saying. But all I'm saying in regards to the OnlyFans situation is, and this isn't.
Yeah, anybody can start one. If you got an email address and a password,
that's all I'm saying. So it's like, if they decide to get their body done.
And if you also got $40,000, you can get some breasts.
Yes, but
and that'll help your OnlyFans.
If they decide to get their body done, whether it's transferring the fat, removing fat, whatever, any augmentations, if they decide to do that, and then they love themselves, they confident with themselves now, and then they decide, you know what, I'm gonna make some money off of this now. I don't think that's a big deal.
I think it comes down to whether they use it on their tax deductions. Like they're like, yo, I spent $20K on some breasts for my job.
That's a business. That's a business. I think that's considered technically an investment. I don't know. Because they're like independent contractors. I don't know how that would work.
Yeah. But look at the ones that are succeeding.
Okay.
The God-given natural talents.
Yes.
And then the ones that built in the doctor's office.
So everybody.
So no. So there's
everybody.
There's selected few. The selected few who chose to go that route. And then there's a selected few that's taking their ass to work every day. I know some ones that I would pay for the OnlyFans that's working next to me and working in a different department. And just decided to, hey, I'm gonna be a productive member of society and get a fucking job.
That's completely their choice.
So then no man, because there's always an option.
I'm agreeing with you. That's their choice.
No, but I don't like how you defending this, bro.
It's not about
I'm having to defend this way too hard. No,
I'm not defending.
G-Baby hates women.
I love women.
I'm not defending OnlyFans, but I'm also not attacking OnlyFans. I'm just stating.
I'm not attacking OnlyFans because it's a hustle.
Thank you.
And a hustler hustles, but you can only hustle for so long.
Sex selling crack.
I mean, if you start at 20, you can hustle till.
These girls start at 19.
But then you get into the point where like you get them weirdos once you get older type of stuff. So it's like if you really wanted to, you could. But like you said, if they smart with their money, they won't need to. A lot of them are also. It's almost like being a stripper like was in the 90s. And then they're doing that to get through school type stuff.
And then I know a girl that did the exact same thing. I went to high school with her. She did. It was before. Oh wow, I'm showing my age. It was before OnlyFans.
1 year older than me. It's okay.
Oh, my back hurts. It was before OnlyFans. She did what she did, like exotic dancing and stuff like that. Put herself through nursing school. She's a registered nurse, and she's got bread now. She's living her life legit. I don't hate on her because she got her hustle. That got her through.
Yeah.
But don't sit here and just be like, this was a confidence booster. But like, I get it. You want some slightly bigger joints. You don't got to get the 70s W joints out here.
I'm not saying those.
But there's the only one reason you get those. And that's OnlyFans.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
People were doing it before OnlyFans.
Why do you need breasts out here, bro?
People were doing that for no reason, in my opinion, but before OnlyFans.
To get famous. How many people you seen at the cashier station? Your total is this much. You ain't seen nobody do that. So don't give me that, Rico.
All I'm saying is that there are
you arguing with the best here.
No, because all I'm saying is that there's reasons for everything, but it doesn't necessarily always have to be. My thing,
a motherfucker didn't want to work, so they showed some ass.
But at the end of the day, let me word this correctly so I can. The end of the day, my argument is this: there is, in my opinion, nothing wrong. Even if you don't agree with OnlyFans, I don't think there's a big deal if you got your body done. I don't know if they had a premeditated thought to do OnlyFans or porn or whatever.
No, they saw it taking off because she was getting.
Maybe that's
all
what it
these
was.
chicks was getting ready to.
So even if that was what it was, even if your argument is valid, if they got their surgery or whatever, so that they could do OnlyFans. Okay.
You have a whole generation of girls. I can't wait to turn 18 so I can get this surgery.
That's not right.
Yeah, but you have a whole generation of that.
Where are their parents at? You feel me? Huh? So it's like that's not.
But that's an agenda.
That's not porn star number one's fault because she's watching her and like. Where are the parents guiding her to believe in X, Y, and Z? You don't have to do this. And at the end of the day, even if the parent is saying that, the girl gonna do what she want to do.
It's their body. You gonna show it. I'm gonna support it. But at the end of the day, let's call a spade, and just not act like this was a humongous confidence booster.
Sometimes it is. Though.
Yeah, sometimes within reason.
That's all I said.
When you get your whole face done and your whole body.
We're talking about BBLs. We were talking about BBLs. Bro, I was saying that some people were getting BBLs strictly because of confidence boosters. It was plenty of women who were talking about getting BBLs, ain't got an OnlyFans link, and they bio nowhere to be found. But they got it for confidence. They like the way their body looks now.
Send some of them links to me. I just said that, and I want to see. I want to see. I can look through a motherfucker's soul, Rico. You
gonna find an OnlyFans link that's not there
because he got deleted because he wasn't getting no brizz. That's why.
It's like a stat boost.
That's it. Game.
It's
like VC. She bought VC.
You upgraded your armor, right?
So a nigga that buy VC ain't really hooping. Like, you feel me? It's one of them things where it's like
it gives you an unfair advantage.
Yeah. Unfair to who? Who are you competing with?
Just because you got some bread, you can do it. There's a lot of people.
I grinded my way to this 89, bro. You bought it on the first day.
That's the same people who was talking about. See, now y'all sound like folks. Oh, I paid my student loans off. How dare y'all look at Biden to forgive y'all loans?
I'm not hustling. I'm not hating on the hustle. I'm just saying it ain't that deep.
I'm not making
it ain't that deep. You making it.
All I said was that they said some people have said this. I literally said some people have said that they have gotten whatever they've gotten for a confidence booster. Then you was like, no, they got it so they can start an OnlyFans and make money. Then I was like, okay, what's the issue with that?
How many chicks walking in there being like, oh, I need a confidence booster. Let me get the Anne Hathaway package. Nobody, right? Nobody. How many bitches walking in there? Sorry for my language. How many people walking in there? Oh, let me get the Megan. Let me get the Sweetie.
Let me get the
Let
Kylie.
me get that.
But that's because the ideals of beauty have changed.
They literally call them Kylie Jenner.
Am I wrong? In the early 2000s, white women didn't want nowhere near a big butt, no big titties, none of that. All of a sudden, now that the people making the most money are the ones with the gigantic backside and the gigantic
I mean,
fronts.
even in rap videos, like all the women were petite, small chicks.
Think about the Genuine in those jeans. Those girls were skinny. It's not gonna take you no effort to get in those jeans, Genuine. Why are you sitting here like?
Obviously, he missed the overall theme of that song.
There's no issue with that. But no, all jokes aside, like I said, some people were saying that they were getting it for a confidence booster. If they decided to get an OnlyFans after they got their confidence booster, more power to them. But what I'm saying is, I don't think. Now there are people who got it simply for the sake of the OnlyFans.
A lot of people.
But I feel like if it's a lot of people who did it for that, there's also a lot of people who did it just because it was a morale booster for them. I personally believe that two things can be true.
I do, but like I say, within reason. Like you getting your whole body done.
We were just talking about BBLs at first. You brought up the face and nose, and
because
the cheekbones and everything.
Because you can get like what are you going to use this huge double wide watermelon ass cheeks for? What are you going to use that for as a confidence booster?
To get in the club for free, man.
No, like the type of people that need the boost, the confidence boost, are the people that are built like Plank and Double D. Just straight up, straight down, no thrills, miss 6 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? That's the people that need it. So why do you need this damn red flyer wagon hanging off your ass to work at Subway? Like, ain't shit real in this Subway. Your ass ain't real. The meat's not real. Like, come on. Like, you can't be doing this.
I'm not disputing the lack of logic behind people who have, like, regular.
Girl, my back hurt. Yeah, it's the goddamn bricks you got on your chest.
I'm not disputing, like, the fact I don't understand completely the logic behind people who have, like, regular or what some people consider lower level jobs who are getting it. But the ones who are, and then even then, it's still their money. If they confident with it, then cool. Not like you said, the awkward ones, the big dumb like disproportionate ones. Yeah, that's a problem. Yeah. But if they get it and it doesn't look, never mind, this is from a man's perspective. But if they get it and it doesn't look, awkward, just
obnoxious.
Thank you. Then cool.
If it looks good, then cool. But like I say, when you get the extra sloppy Joe deluxe ass,
that's a very specific.
But it's a lot. But it's a very common one. I would say that it's a very common one.
It depends on where you go. Like
Instagram is where I'm frequenting.
If you go, well, shoot, the ones.
That's a confidence booster.
I mean, if they like it, they like it. That's them. They got to deal with that.
Bro, they be wearing 44 by 8 Levi's,
but like I'm saying,
bro. Like,
the basic ones I've seen where it's just, it lifts it up or makes it look better for them.
Yeah, to shape it up.
That's cool. That's them, though.
Fine.
You feel me? Everybody, there's some extremes.
That's great.
It's some basic level.
But I'm just telling you that when you get the joint, the joint, you know the one I'm talking about. It's not a confidence booster. It's not.
Who are we to tell them what boosts their confidence?
I seen the confidence boosters.
I mean, like I said, who are we to tell them that they don't? They don't.
No, I get it. I get it.
So like, all I can do is take their word for it. I can't go. I can't say, oh no, you're lying. You did this so you can. No, if they say it's for their confidence,
and cash boosts confidence a lot.
Hey. If you're gonna make money, if you're gonna make money off of it, then make money off of it.
What was old girl off the Tiger King documentary? Oh, he made us get breast implants and this, that, and the other. I was against it at first, but what the hell, right?
Who?
You remember old girl?
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking
about. Now it's bad.
The mistresses, the 8 wife one.
Yeah. Now it's bad. Yeah. Now it's bad. But when you went through with the surgery because you didn't want to take your ass to UPS. You wanted to work with the Tigers.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Confidence boost my ass.
Own, man. Like I said, that's just one of them things where it's like.
Hey, we love all women.
All women are beautiful.
Every woman decides she has her own specific reasons to get it. Some it is just for a confidence booster. Some it's to make money off of it.
Go, girl.
To each his own. Is there anything else we got before we close?
Just Chauvin Trial.
And Oh, you want to do that first?
We just not that serious topic.
So he got the last serious topic before we get back to the jokes. Derek Chauvin only got 22 years out of the potential 40, even though most legal experts said there was no way he was going to get the 40.
Which means he's only going to get like 10.
They said like 8 with good behavior or something like that.
He already served 3, damn near.
Yeah, so I don't know. His mama going on the stage, oh, my boy is a good man.
Yeah.
By locking him up, you are locking me up. Well, you can go in there with him.
Now, you know your mom's going to defend you to the death.
Yeah, like you raised a terrible son. You can go in there with him.
His mama should have been out there like, oh, you wild, bro. You shouldn't have did that shit. Like, you guilty. He did that. He guilty.
Real quick, how much accountable should we hold parents for when like they kids like do some like
it depends. Apparently you could usually see the early signs. Like, but that's usually for like some like crazy like.
Yeah, like
Jason mama loved him.
Who?
Jason
Voorhees.
He loved the shit. She loved the shit out of him.
Yeah. So through it all.
Yeah, through it all.
So obviously, yeah, like parent, or at least the mom usually is always gonna be protective of the child.
Your mom's always
9 times out of 10.
Your mom's gonna lie.
They gonna hold you down. But you can see the signs where you could take them to therapy. Of course, not everyone's privileged enough
to go to therapy
and pay that.
Mm-hmm.
But you can take them to like maybe your local pediatrician and be like, yo, my or your school counselor or something.
Yeah.
Even though school counselors don't really give a shit
at
really.
all.
So
you want to take a nap? Okay, go ahead, take a nap.
But yeah, if you see like maybe like your 6-year-old kid, I know like we usually program like boys to play with guns and stuff. But if you see your like 6-year-old kid like drawing like a whole deceased family, it's like maybe
killing squirrels and shit.
This may be an issue.
Yeah, the one of the early signs is killing wildlife.
Yeah,
like okay, maybe you step on an ant, but if you're deliberately finding ant mounds and drowning all the motherfuckers, like that is like 2 houses away from you, that's like what are you doing out here?
It's a little sociopath.
Or you're like throwing the cat around and kicking the dog or some shit.
That's crazy.
It's like okay, so you can put it on the parents a bit. Maybe when they get older, like even if you are keeping tabs, and if you're like she said he's not racist. Like that's what she would kept. But he kept saying that she's not racist and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
I didn't raise my son to be racist. He just has.
But
racist
if you
tendencies.
did hear him like say some racist shit, like maybe he like to you in confidence, he said some racist shit.
Yeah.
You should call it out or like point it to the proper
authorities.
I can't even say proper authorities.
Well, I'm not gonna snitch on
you. Yeah.
So
I just want to know you guys' feedback.
Yeah.
But a pinch of justice, I guess.
Job's not finished.
Not at all. What's the last thing we got?
What was you talking
about? I was the only one who watched the Mr. Bow Wow and Soulja Boy tell
him. Oh yeah,
how was it?
I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. It made me feel youthful again, even though we're young, but still.
I saw some tidbits of it. I was like pretty good.
It took me back to when I was like 13, 14.
Did he play Xan with that lean?
I don't believe it.
I'm gonna watch it on YouTube, I think. But
they still have it on the Versus app or on Instagram on their Versus page.
I might check it
they
out.
Put it as a reel.
Okay, cool.
So you could rewatch it. But yeah, Bow Wow brought everybody and his mama out. He brought Jermaine Dupri,
they
brought
say
Marion.
he ran out of songs. He started doing like a bunch of remixes that he was on.
No, it was Soulja Boy too.
Okay,
Soulja Boy did Make It Clap 3 times.
Damn. Why?
He did the regular version. He did like some remix version, and then he did the remix with Nicki Minaj. And even Bow Wow, by the third time, he's like, "You literally played that shit 3 times in a row." Like, he's like, "Get this man off stage. You ran out of songs."
What are y'all doing?
But nah, it was cool. Like Soulja Boy was, he invented the internet. He's the first one with like the dance craze, and Bow Wow had hits. Put some respect on his name.
Who you think won?
Bow Wow.
Really?
I personally like Bow Wow songs more.
I respect.
Although I do like Soulja Boy at the club and shit, but if I'm honest, if you ask me who I've listened to more frequently, it's Bow Wow. I listen to Shorty Like Mine. That's like probably my favorite Bow Wow song.
I love that song.
Like You, Let Me Hold You.
Yeah.
He has hits. Yeah, the dance. You got to do the dance. He did that little shake dance. He did.
He was like,
yeah.
like, shot, sit down, okay?
So yeah, he brought
Calvin Cambridge.
Yeah.
So it was cool. I enjoyed it.
That's what's up, man.
He put on a show. Soulja Boy's a showman. So they did. And at the end, they did the Jeezy Gucci Mane thing where they performed together. They performed Marco Polo together.
As they should have.
That was my song.
That's good.
That was my
Is there anything else before we get up out of here?
No, we getting up out of here. We just want to say thank you guys for listening once again.
We appreciate y'all for tuning into this 2-hour episode.
Yeah. 2 hours. Thanks for the support, man. We got 2 with this episode.
And shout out to the OnlyFans chicks because y'all provided like 30 minutes.
Shout out to OnlyFans chicks.
I did not expect to go that long.
I don't hate y'all. I'm just saying that's just my takes. I love all women. Send your links here. Usher.
When we started going in that Kevin's bit, I was like, all right, we got like 10 minutes up of this episode. That shit went.
So real quick, the main reason, this wasn't to prove a point or nothing, but one thing we talked about before this podcast started was, how long we wanted our videos and our stuff to be. And one thing we didn't want to do, we don't want to like kill y'all ears with just hearing us talk a bunch of time, but we also not going to limit our creativity. And feel like we left a bunch of stuff out, because there's a bunch of stuff that happened in the news, even though it wasn't like a big like tweet week, quote unquote. A bunch of stuff happened this week and a little bit last week after our last podcast episode to talk about. So what we're never going to do is limit our creativity. We appreciate those who stick around.
If you guys realize our first couple episodes, they were all like 1 hour, almost on the dot.
On the dot. I stopped like, all right, y'all, thank y'all for tuning. So we want to thank you guys for tuning in in general.
And after those pods, we were always like, damn, we didn't talk about this, we didn't talk about that, we didn't talk about that.
We made sure we covered everything. We're going to try to find a way to make sure.
Full docket today.
We're going to try to make sure we obviously find a way to make it concise and whatnot, but we're never going to limit ourselves anymore, and we're going to fully express how we feel about stuff. And for those who decide to tune in, and God bless, we appreciate y'all.
And we know you ain't got 2 hours just to spare, but hey, if you listening to it,
pause.
If you 30 minutes here, 15, like you get through the episode. We're not short stopping anytime soon. So just continue y'all support. I mean, we got the love coming. I mean, we appreciate
at that point, we're not saying every episode's gonna be 2 hours.
No, it's definitely not gonna be that.
This is gonna be a rarity.
But this, like I said, we was in our bag a little bit. We got 1,000 views. So
this
is what 4 months.
We're probably just naming that the 1,000 stream episode.
1,000 stream episode. This is 4,000. I mean, 4 months in the making.
4 months.
We still like each other. We having a great time.
Yes, we are.
And like I said, just shout out our jokes. They're just jokes.
Yep.
We're all mature from our 2008 through 2017 selves.
For sure.
For sure. So forgive us.
So we thank y'all for tuning in.
2012 Raw would have lasted 1 hour.
This would have been 30-minute episode.
So per usual, I'm your boy Rico, DaBaby, Raul the Zookeeper, Friendly Fire. Be blessed.
See you.
Peace.